as we are once again live upon the internet. Going dark. Yeah, let's make sure that we are in always. And that everything's set up with titles and categories, and just making sure that I'm also not in the div1 category that we used yesterday. Let's make sure audio is not out of sync. That looks fine too. Yeah, let's jump into this character. Let's just start with them. Why not? As I forgot to turn off the mask, so that's actually what I'm gonna go do. And then, as the title says, we'll likely do a little bit of spreadsheeting.
Entering safe area.
Spreading all the sheet. And just play around. Mostly likely today Division 2. Might way later on jump into some Div 1, but I want to get some time in with OD today, especially as well. I like the name there of Kelsa OnlyFans. Yeah. People even advertising their OnlyFans in here. Is that why Kelsa had to go? She had to, spend some time with her OnlyFans. Yeah, let's first things first. I noticed here I have this character still set to show mask. Let's take that Tinkerer off. As of course we got the Tinkerer video with I just a little bit before today, and I still actually left one mistake in it. Which kind of sucks, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, we'll just leave that in as I left one take extra more than meant to be in there. Yeah, let's quickly actually get a glance at what the weekly is for the day, for the week. We also have a conflict weekly. I might actually jump into a few conflict matches, even though people are cheating the hell out of it, but they might be on our side. So bank DCD stronghold, that's nice. We can just pick the stronghold, and yeah, bank and DCD are pretty good quick missions, and then the zones alongside of them. And stronghold, of course, even we're gonna likely get a bench with objective priorité. It's likely we'll do a few more of these as well. Do we still have? Oh no, I need actually. Let's open up Discord. I need early moon. And great to see you as well. Let me go. And find this again. This link is always annoying because it... Oh wait, I totally forgot. I can just do this. Because I added in that command. As that goes to here. I shall put this in chat on the YouTube end as well. So people have it over there. As this leads to here where we have the what each of the things is. 573 is space admin. 320 is descent. Yeah. Oh no, actually, well, that would be character one. The one, of course, get my weekly descent. And what is descent actually right now? Rotation wise, oh, it's envy. Okay. Yeah. Oh, no, let's maybe go do that actually to start off with in a sec. But then here, let's actually pick something for this character real quick while we're here. Just gonna reroll 493, and also we have Roosevelt. 493 is Grand Washington Hotel for an exotic item on top. Totally taking that. Yeah, let's actually go through the characters. Let's go back here. Let's go back here. Let's actually go through the characters real quick, get my SHT requisitions in. Speed up this real quick. Get 4 more levels in the swarms. Looking forward to the new season. Yeah, actually, I'm kind of looking forward to, especially the gear set and retaliation. I have to check though how it'll go, because most likely I actually won't play the first few. Actually, let me see if this is better. The first few days, because they'll have Twitch drops. I could exchange this chest for this chest and get 1 stat beautification. Let's not. Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah, let's go through the characters real quick and check and get our requisitions. End up on character 1, and then we'll see about pulling descent, and then also going and doing descent. And I'm just getting the weekly descent out of the way right away before I forget. Because it's also, yeah, the last one of this season. I need a dag. Kill squads look mean as hell. Yeah. That mode actually, here and there has killed me, definitely. Much more so than just doing control points or something. Like, yeah, I definitely die here and there. But that mode actually, more than most modes, has gotten into murdering me. Has mostly been as well, yeah, just sometimes a kill squad spawning together with like a defense wave and stuff. And that can actually be pretty overwhelming. But it's definitely also very doable, especially.
Here to check something out?
I'm gonna enjoy, for instance, yeah, running tech tanks and stuff into there.
Thanks for the business.
I haven't enjoyed it much, especially solo, like with a red build, because yeah, there's just sometimes too much to deal with. And also, yeah, we didn't get a chance really on PTS2 to check it out, but I'm curious as well still on how it's gonna work much more so in group scaling and stuff, or if they've changed that. I don't know. But we'll see Divine Illusion. Because in the end, in group settings, it was a lot more tame, it felt, than solo.
Entering safe area.
And also, I'm looking forward to playing around with the gear sets. That gear set also has a bunch of interesting things with it. Especially as well, actually, in a group setting, I hadn't really thought about that when I made my thoughts on videos, but it turns out that, for instance, yeah, as long as one enemy is suppressed, everybody keeps their stacks up. And especially in group settings, that just happens. That happens a lot, so we'll likely keep our stacks up quite a bit. Let's actually, so weekly legendary basin. It's a weekly legendary. Should I actually check on the other one as well? I kind of want to check what my priority objectives on each of the characters is. So this has a DUA. At the ready. But I have to see actually how it turns out with the drops and stuff. In the end, I caved. I sold that and have signed up for the drops, but I likely won't have them for this set, but likely for the next set. But if it is drops for the first 2 weeks, I'm likely gonna spend some time in a different category, different game. But then I'll catch up later. I'll likely still jump in to just make a video with retaliation. Oh, 256. Oh no, this is the scan there. This is DUA. Yeah, I think it's I do want DUA. DUA is too easy, especially with the exotic commandant. But then yeah, let's actually go do a descent. I don't know if anybody out there is interested in joining me for a descent. We'll go and do a weekly, get that out of the way. Let's pop all those. Now we got four levels there just for having 4 characters. And a few more exotic components. How much am I back up to actually? Not 57. At least that's enough to get something from 25 to 30, which I need to do to a bunch of weapons. Likely as well, I need to save some for next season for Shroud. I do want to level up 1 Shroud pretty early. Actually as well, yeah, I already saw, because I did record the videos. I already saw it's a few reruns on the bundles, and I own these already. I do like this one. Definitely do like. Actually, I like it better without the helmet there. Honestly, I like this version. Actually, it looked pretty good as well with the Tinkerer in there. And then on always show mask. Actually, I really like this look, actually. Also, one thing I hadn't even, like, noticed, and why are you so dark game? But yeah, there's an alpha breach there. That tiny Lego. I'll just take a screenshot there. Yeah, let's go do a degent. Unless somebody wanted to join now. Seeing as it is, let's just get it out of the way. We'll do a descent, then do a weekly.
Shade tech prohibited.
To the vendors. Brain no longer working already. Which is a good sign. We're just getting started. But,
Entering safe area.
my brain is already failing.
Simulation activated.
I was gonna actually take a demolisher. Feel that's more useful. Sure. I'll hopefully get better weapons anyway. That's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. What did I get as my free talent? Eyeless. That's a good one. Let's go workshop.
Entering new room.
Yeah, let's get our weekly descending quick. Get it out of the way. Last one of the season.
Hostile construction.
And I did get my loop 40 in. Happy for that. Got my Nemesis patch already. Next season, I'm definitely not going to procrastinate and put it off towards the end of the season again. Because, yeah, it's kind of... There is actually a little bit of, you know, anxiety with it of just like, do we get some MVs? But in the end, actually, yeah, so we're getting multiple MVs even, so it's fine. We did, in fact, get multiple MVs.
Console available.
Yeah. LS2 is not a good choice, but we'll make it anyway. We'll do it anyway. Hey, the thing's in. Oh yeah, I was just I mean, also, well,
Room selected.
you've been
Difficulty
very
rating,
helpful, and
medium.
you've been helping out. Plus, also, yeah, for just then you can
Constructing hostile
post links
combatant.
because yeah,
Hostile
that's come up a few
construction
times.
initiated.
Especially for that, it's kind of handy. Because yeah, VIPs can post links without issue. Although, well, that's set up that way, I guess. There was a delay there. Because I was clicking the mouse, but it just wasn't firing.
Console
Hope the
online.
servers are okay. I haven't really paid attention if people are having issues. And actually as well, I need to actually put a few more ads as well. Because I have a bunch of VIP slots and I should use them more and just, to give some of the regulars a little bit back. Can say. Thank you, Duval. Although, well, I'm guessing you've seen the shorts, but yeah, I also make long videos. But yeah, I also make shorts.
Hostile construction initiated.
Because for a lot of people, they would go like,
Hostiles
that would be sarcastic, likely, because usually, yeah, I build showcases or master classes that go hour. Usually build showcases are usually over an hour, and then build master classes are even into the 2 and the 3. But then also, yeah, I do make the shorts, which are max 3 minutes. And I enjoy making those as well. It's also a good test on how to just condense a build down to its bare minimum
console active.
and
Supply
just
station
try to
online.
discuss only the parts that matter. I might take a full mulligan actually. Because I didn't get good skills, I'm not going to get talent picks. I'll have barely enough for a red slot. It's envy though, it's fine.
Entering new location. Difficulty rating easy. Hostile
Actually,
construction
although well, it doesn't
initiated.
matter, it's a great weapon.
Hostiles constructing.
Because the shotguns in this also don't work out too well. We have a blitz right there. Put that away. Just stop trying.
Console active.
Wasn't really succeeding with my shotgunning. Okay. There it dumped a bunch of juicy stuff.
Entering new room. Difficulty rating high value target.
But I'm gonna try to be better and add a few
Hostile
people
construction initiated.
onto that VIP list as well.
Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
Alright, so it's the mid left. Or mid right. Oh. Something is pushing over there. Let's just go deal with that. We'll come back for the names. Oh. Name by himself, not that dangerous. Especially I think I have Eyeless up. That'll be my CC. First boss, worst boss. Give me agonizing. Although Plague's also good. Nah, let's go agonizing. Don't really have a skill yet for yellow, so. Also, I do need to make a few shorts coming up. But I already have one in mind. I'm gonna make a retaliation one for Tuesday, for the very first day. I'm doing the clickbaity thing. Although, well, not per se clickbait, but just quick only tips for that mode. I don't mind the PP in here actually, but let's just go before 16. Just barely enough for that. I don't even have enough for armor kit because we have to reroll a bunch.
Entering new location. Difficulty rating medium.
Well, there, once we're done here, just gonna go check the vendors real quick.
Hostile construction initiated. Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors. System malfunctioning.
And then we'll do the starter parts of the spreadsheet for the OD build showcase. Because actually, if I can, I want to have that go up on Saturday.
System restored.
And that means that I actually want to record it on
Console
Thursday,
available.
because actually Friday I'll be away. So basically I have 2 days, today and tomorrow, to make the spreadsheet and prep work for it. Because especially, yeah, we already have a bunch of the numbers.
Difficulty rating easy.
We're gonna just, the main numbers of the build, and then comparing it to the old Coyote,
Hostile construction
which
initiated.
we've done basically in the other order, in the other way quite a bit,
Hostile
with a
spawn
bunch of the
from
videos
highlighted doors.
recently. And then also kind of looking at it from a group buffs, perspective, like how much
System curtailed.
4 strikers versus 1 OD and 3 strikers. What does that mean?
System back online.
Stuff like that. It's forcing me into a bunch of rerolls. Double sex. Especially double for preservation. Yeah, it's eating into my credits a lot. It's fine. I have good talents, actually.
Difficulty rating easy.
Yeah. Because I do want to get trauma, so I'm trying to leave that. That's why I didn't go for ignited there.
Hostile construction initiated. Constructing hostile combatant.
And then you will be showcasing basically the 2 versions in the collection. Might also actually put the shotgun one in there
Console available.
as well, just for a section.
Supply station online.
Nice. Because the shotgun one is not likely to be showcased by itself anyway.
Entering new location. Difficulty rating medium. Constructing hostile combatant. Hostile construction initiated.
Do it like this. other than reach. Something that would reach. Ow. What? Oh.
Serious trauma detected.
I wasn't really looking up there. I was kind of scanning the downstairs here. So that one picked the right position. And I'm just trying to save some of my... Although I have a ton of AR rats, actually.
Room selected.
Right.
Difficulty rating.
Here.
High value
There's
target.
no for entire grind to see no
Electrical
harm.
hazard
There's no
activated.
vapor, but it was still not far in every single mission. I don't get it. It was with the multiple builds. I've been talking stuff like that's not I'm generally confused. Yeah, you have just discovered the fact that random matchmaking is very random. It is unlikely.
Hostile spawn from
There is a lot of bad stuff in there. Keep in mind as well, it's for instance with playstyle and stuff that can make a lot of difference. Also, for instance, because yeah, if you really want to be max on those stats, there are some things you can do that aren't per se conducive to. Some aren't conducive to actual group play, but as far as yeah, if somebody well, first of all, like in a lot of ways, well, if you've paid attention to the damage number thing there, you might have noticed it breaks quite often, especially with Outcast and with True Sons missions. It has a tendency to over-report, and that's especially hitting weak points. So somebody going for weak points, especially with Outcast and True Sons, versus, you know, a lot of players don't. A lot of players don't even know what a weak point is. That can make all the difference. But also, yeah, you have stuff like, you know, if somebody is actually just always rushing in and stuff, not saying you are, somebody could, you know, they can hoover up more of the damage. Stuff like that. But yeah, a skilled player can very consistently, like I've also not as, you know, it's not actually an indication of how good my skills are, but I've beaten people while running purple builds. Even on like, yeah, like Black Dusk missions or New York missions where you can trust the damage numbers a little bit more, not fully, but a little bit more. But yeah, that's not that. In those cases, it wasn't per se an indication of my abilities. It was much more an indications of lack of other people's ability in my team. So. And yeah, let me catch up here. Oh, center place, yeah. I mean, that's the yeah, a good start is, you know, not to say like you're watching me, but just somebody that is already kind of part of the community and is like, you know, enough to like watch streams and stuff. You're likely more invested than most. That will already mean that you at least like have watched other people play, and there is something to be said of just watching other people play, and you'll osmosis a lot of stuff into your own play. And that's actually one of the better ways to improve very quickly, is just kind of just watch other people play and go like, what are they doing? What am I not doing? What is the outcome? Oh, wait. Is it envy again? Yes. But here I'm just doing the weekly Nemesis run, just getting it out of the way. But yeah, it is envy, so definitely very likely the last chance of envy for this season. So if you are going for patches, this is the time. Yeah. It is an event on every mission. I'm sorry, what? Might have been on something I said, but try to send without try to send without. Oh yeah.
Gas hazard activated.
I mean, yeah. The thing is, like, it's the same randoms. There's a lot of players. I mean, you can see it as well from their builds is always, you know, a very good indicator as well of kind of
From highlighted doors.
their knowledge level,
Construction initiated.
the amount of weird stuff we see is a giveaway. But even even good build doesn't mean good player, because you know, it just means they have a good vehicle. There's still the driver.
Console active.
Nej, det är korrupt. Det var i sladna. Not the best big, but let's get Sadist 2 there. Oh, what do I still especially need? An unhinged would be nice. Vigilance would be nice. Strained would be nice. I would need better weapons for strained as well. Feels like we just had it a few days ago. I mean, yeah. So it went basically envy, something else, and then now back to envy. Because yeah, the last time envy was around, we went and did our 40, which was last week somewhere. So, because I think I'm pretty sure it went basically envy, and then something else in between, and now it's envy again. And yeah, bam. Okay, sure. Somebody and Lizzie. Yes. Although the thing is as well, it depends on one of the things I feel a lot of people also don't understand is, especially people that are decent at shooters, you'll already get a bunch of, you know, just the standard mechanics if you play any shooters kind of to a somewhat decent degree. Even the Call of Duties, but especially if you're like into like Counter-Strike or something, where it's much more, you know, where you have things like Peeker's advantage and just, you know, how to clear and stuff like that. All that kind of stuff is somewhat interchangeable between the different between different games, basically. Sure. I don't want to reroll too much, so I'll just take that. Because are we on track actually for Nemesis at 4? This is third one right here, right? Actually, loop 3. Do I need any early loops? I think loop 6 was only, yeah, loop 6. Saw that thing open from earlier. I never load this. As I hit Descent. I mean, Descent is especially a place where, yeah, it is very much about, because I build here, especially on the early loops, you don't have per se a lot of control over, so it becomes knowing things, having a toolbox.
Hostile construction
or here. I need a dang. Oh, that's not a shotgun anymore. Forgot we grabbed an MDR here.
Console active.
Actually, I should be using. Yeah, let me get you here. Show licensing and switching to this. Continuation for more. Here. Yeah, no worries, Captain. We'll always be happy to have you along, but also, yeah, life comes first. Always. Understandable. I'm wearing glass cannons and sometimes hit hard. Yeah. Although the thing is, especially to just use, like, it is very much in here is kind of, yeah, the movement and stuff can be very powerful. Positioning much more so. So you'll notice I'll always position to shoot into a door. Like, one of the things I see a lot of players do. Well, it's not per se wrong, but I would say this way is better. Shooting into a door, especially in a group setting, before they're out of there, they can't fire. Like, all of these guys, before they cross that line, they can't actually fire at me. So that means that if I do actually just in time,
Immediate medical
because
assistance needed.
that place I would have gotten shocked.
Console active.
Cover on the wrong side. Uh, it's fine. Gonna trigger an eyeless on the Nemesis anyway. Maybe we melt him quick. So movement, mobility, and stuff becomes also actually very important here.
Poison gas detected. Room selected. Difficulty rating. High value target. Hostiles constructing. Hostiles.
Especially, especially in the
highlighted
deeper
doors.
places. That's also why I like Envy. It doesn't put you to cover, so you can still move quite a bit. I was clicking all the way there instead of holding down the button like that. Also stuff like that, just hitting weak points often can make, for instance, a big difference here, especially. Do you already have the special ammo or not? No special ammo. That one didn't have anything to target. 71 before. Yeah, I mean that was the reason as well. Yesterday I kind of ended early because I had to get up actually pretty early. But even then, I got up actually way too early, and then I did go and yeah, grind a little bit in Div 1. Although, well, as you mostly I went and cleaned out. Actually, I did clean out most of my stash and most of my characters' inventories, and even optimized a few builds. So I'm not as full up anymore as I was. So that's nice. Strained vigilance. Yeah. Oh, actually, I don't even have enough for. Oh well, actually no, that would be the last one. One red pack and just some ammo. Give me some good skill. It's not the greatest, but I'll have to take it if I don't want to deal with random skill. We're at 76%, so 2 easy rooms is all we need for Nemesis. That's already one of them, so I just need, out of the next 3 rooms, one of them to be easy. And then we fight Nemesis right away.
Room selected. Difficulty rating. Easy.
Very important to know how behind them power, and that was a couple looks at as easier again for descent. Yeah. Yeah, especially the thing is early choices. That's also why I generally say like you can't even move the Nemesis back a little bit. It is kind of contingent on actually making good choices. Because yeah, you have to also still make some good choices talent wise, but that's usually not too hard. Learning what talents to go for and not.
Console active.
But they're kind of left to your devices in here. 3-3 on these kind of sucks, man. These are not maxed out yet, but I don't want to reroll too much. At least not on that one as well. Okay, so we still need one easy.
Room selected. Difficulty rating. Medium.
Yeah, no worries, correct. Get your end. But also, yeah, kind of knowing the, yeah, just knowing the enemy archetypes and
Constructing.
kind of how they act. Knowing how to, for instance, deal with a shield. The amount of players, I sometimes, yeah, hang out just in the Twitch and stuff, and, you know, watch some people. I usually go for, you know, quite often just some of the people with like fewer viewers and stuff, just check them out and stuff. But how often I see people in the scent and then just kind of be just stomped by shield guys and stuff is kind of interesting, because especially with the shield guys, it's about maneuvering and just that's why I kept the money. So, but yeah, I would really want a vigilance and whatever's, but also I wouldn't mind like an extra obliterate. And this gets us Nemesis.
Entering new location. Difficulty rating.
I'm just gonna take it here. Military, I feel very good. I'm steady-handed. Yeah, a lot of them are. But this rotation doesn't have it. So. That's also where we don't take unhinged on this. Although if I get an unhinged, I would take just one stack. But for deeper runs, we wouldn't. It's kind of a trap. There isn't enough to offset it with. But even stuff like that, like going for the weak points consistently. Because even there, like I killed them pretty quick, but even that, this Orient also got a few other enemies there. I don't have a slot for Ignite, otherwise I would have gotten it. Stacking this much into Allegro is actually not what I want. But also I'm just going to take it because I'm afraid if I reroll, I'm going to get worse stuff. It's fine. It's kind of almost considering extending it. But I have enough firepower. Even with this, even with what I have here, I have enough. Since you're not going to tank them anyway. Yeah. Although, well, you can kind of tank them up to a degree. It depends where you're going. I've actually sometimes done that, not in a while. But I've, especially with Wrath, taken a bunch of blue cores together with Bloodsucker. But then it's also the interaction with Bloodsucker. But I was going to like 25. I was like already, I wasn't going beyond 30. Beyond 30. Yeah, especially beyond 30. So it kind of depends also what runs you're going for. Because I've seen some other people kind of sometimes make the thing of like, yeah, they do go blue and then just like, okay, but how deep do you go? And then, yeah, quite often they don't go much deeper than like 20 or 30 and it's just like, okay, for that. Because then it's still basically snipers and stuff can still be, you know, taking you to health gates, but most of the other stuff isn't. So it is still a little bit easier.
Console available. Supply station available.
I want to take the Fiji. Yeah. So we didn't even fill up all our slots. Let's see if we have flame runs here. Yeah, let's put some high velocity rounds in my pistol. Stagger rounds. Those can also be used to just stagger the Nemesis. Not a Japanese division gun. Well, likely you watched a few. It just went like, oh, you must be.
Room selected. Difficulty rating. High value target.
Because once you watch a little bit, that's also why quite often I actually open up videos and stuff in incognito mode of Division. Because honestly, for myself, I don't watch too much Division content. It's one of those things as well, you know, like I make it already, so it's kind of not gonna. For sure as well, quite often I don't want to accidentally even like copy somebody else as well and stuff. Yeah. But also I just don't end up watching too much of it. But I get sent quite often links and stuff of people of just like, hey, what do you think of this? And then sometimes it's interesting. Most of the times it's just to make fun of it. Or they want me to make fun of it. But I usually open those in incognito just so I don't have to not have my recommended be flooded with that. Oh, that's sniping. There. Yeah, I'll just stack into red. I don't really have anything for the yellows to help with. So. Oh, it was from other game. Yeah. Do you believe that Descent has the best prospect as far as farming exotics? Not unless you're going like really deep. Because yeah, now if we're just considering like legit ways, just doing priority objectives can be a lot faster, especially if you have 4 characters. For quite a while, you can just do quick stuff and then just keep spamming them. And then especially if you have 4 characters, you can just, you know, re-roll when you really don't have anything good on the board until you run out of re-rolls and cancels. And then once one character is done, you just jump to the next one, jump to the next one, jump to the next one. That way you can kind of, but yeah, unless you're going like really, really deep consistently on Descent, no. But yeah, if you go consistently really, really deep, like there are people, groups and stuff that go to hundreds consistently, kind of, but that's also quite a time investment and mental drain. So there's that. But yeah, you need to be like consistently going to like 80s and above, maybe, for it to be really worthwhile. So for the rework, no, it seems they're guaranteed EXO after loop 18 or 20. Well, you have already beating Nemesis is a guaranteed EXO. So as well as the exotic component or exotic cache. So, but yeah, you need to go deep just to get the NSA tech. Like that's the actual, like that's how a lot of people get that out of it. But even then, yeah, you need to be earning like a lot, and that doesn't start till you really reach into the 60s. And even a 60 is like by itself, I think like 12, 13 hours, I think. And yeah, some people do that. Some people are crazy enough. Quite often they also use just, you know, keeping the system on and just, I should buy more ammo. Keeping the system on and just, you know, using either taping their controller or elastic banding their controller or just running a macro to not be disconnected. And then just stack runs upon runs, basically, to come back the next day and go deep. Gonna go for XOR, yeah. Although, well, unless you go really deep. But yeah, that's yeah, not a common thing. Nemesis. Oh yeah, and then you have you have another few. Usually with deeper runs, we have like 2 or 3. But then the thing is, yeah, you get the NSA tech, and you can buy. You know, once you're done with the reconstructed, you can buy a lot of. Because here as well, I have like 30k saved up.
Hostile construction
That is more than
program
100,
activating.
150,
Nemesis.
maybe even exotic components. But even then, like that's not that much. Especially when we consider, you know, we've had exploity ways that
System
happened.
malfunctioning.
Uh,
System reactivated.
this is
Hostile
greedy.
Firefly detected.
Let's just wait it out. Okay.
Simulation
And
terminated.
Nemesis is all about
Collecting data.
kind of learning their patterns and stuff, and also just never trading. You just never want to trade. You just only want to fire when they're in an animation or disabled. Because otherwise, you will die. 38 minutes. Although, well, we weren't per se going too fast, and I was chatting it up. But yeah, we got our Nemesis in our weekly. Let's see what the com is. Okay, first after the Nemesis 12 hours. It's absolutely crazy, yeah. Although, well, in a lot of those teams, they go like 6 hours, and then, you know, they literally do that. They just leave their system running and
Facility
stuff.
detected. Combat simulation program active.
But also, I mean, yeah, there's plenty of people that go 24, you know, there are 24-hour speedruns. There are games that like take more than 24 hours to even speedrun, for instance. People do those. I wouldn't recommend it, but people do those. For me as well, there's a reason I generally go for the 40, like 6 hours that takes is kind of my limit with Descent as well, or just any single game mode. Going any higher than that, yeah, it's, although I've gone higher than that. We've gone for one run, we went like to 50 something, and that was like 8 hours, but that was also like, I was done by then. I needed out of that oven. Oh, and neither huge. And yeah, I'm doing pretty good, and thanks for poking in there. Yeah, for those that don't know, huge fellow streamer who we often raid, as yeah, they're often on after us. Did they fix the talent stack glitch? As far as I know, not yet. We haven't had a patch or anything, unless it's server side fixable, which I don't expect it is. It'll likely need a patch on our end. Do I try to keep this reconstructed cache till next week? Hell no. We're just gonna pop it. So next week, likely we'll have, at the very least, 2 new items in there, in the reconstructed caches, because Cap'n and Cloak are in there, in the PTS already, so we'll get those. And then, hopefully, they fix up, although, actually, at that point, we kind of have most of the things, right? The ones from that season, though, then are still missing. I hope they add those in, actually, at the start, so just so we can craft them, that would be nice. Yeah, let's get rid of these. Let's actually get the comm that we just got. Because actually next week the scent will be at the max again. Oh, actually I didn't listen to this one.
Girl, Daddy loves you. Yes, he does. Thank you, Danvers. She's beautiful. We did make one upgrade. I love it. Violet's perfect.
Okay, actually, yeah, wait, hadn't I heard that one? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Who's a good girl? Daddy loves you. Yes, he does.
Somebody loves Violet.
Who's a pretty
That's
Who's a pretty girl? Who's a pretty girl? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Who's a good girl? Who's a good Who is a violent death machine? Who's a violent death machine? Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready. What are you doing in there? Nothing.
okay. You know what? I like Grant. Grant. We'll see if we go after Grant at some point, because Grant escaped, right? Because Grant escapes on the chopper, right? We get Danvers, but we don't get Grant. So
Hostile supply convoy detected.
let's give a ransom some pets, some final pets. Actually, why is he running? Why is he walking this way? Because normally his path is that way around. I'm guessing because we just spawned in and he's walking to like a begin position. I've never paid attention to that. Because he normally always walks the other way around. Yeah, let's actually go check the vendors. Actually, while we're here,
Hostile
let's check
control
this
point
vendor.
nearby.
I haven't checked the vendors today yet. Yeah, goes up here. We're here. I'm working on a clutch double SMG Alpha Bridge build. I mean, that's yeah, that shouldn't be too hard to have together. 3 Cyclop, 3 Electric, and Exomask. Thing is, and that's always been Electric's a little bit issue for it. Pumping up a weapon damage that high. Because yeah, the 2-piece Sokolov, even the 3-piece Sokolov is good. Tinkerer in that as well. The thing is though that going for instance, at that point, Grupo plus Fox's Prayer beats out trying to 3-piece Electric. Unless it is blue cores mostly. You need I think, I looked into it at some point, but it was like at least 3 blue cores at the very least to kind of make that work out. So crit chance on every so weapon handling over and crit damage. I mean, yeah, with SMGs. Although the thing is, with SMGs, you can now, go crit damage mods on them as well, and then take on the gear, the crit chance. But yeah, you only need like 3, I think, right? Trained on fast dance. Especially with SMGs, some of the better SMGs are kind of way too fast for strained. I would say leaning into killer or measured would be the way to go. And then fast stands alongside of it. Because keep in mind that nowadays strained isn't that big, and especially most of the better SMGs are way too fast firing for it. Unless you're going like UMP or T82-1, but both of those are like, yeah, they're pretty bad in comparison to a lot of other ones. I'm surprised you didn't mention anything about Heartbreaker. So Striker is kind of the stand-in for Heartbreaker and all the other red builds kind of. For most of them, the numbers are going to be the same between talents for the Striker, basically, than going for... You're going to have a little bit of shift, if you're going something like Umbra, the talents that give crit and stuff are going to be a little bit worse. And Frenzy, for instance, with the rate of fire is going to be a little bit worse. But overall, like Strikers is kind of a fine enough stand in there. Because I'm not going to do like every gear set. We might, we're going to revisit a bunch of the gear sets in showcases. And whenever we do, I'm going to include Tinkerer then. But yeah, because otherwise it's basically, doing Heartbreaker with Tinkerer and Dingy, and then going the next one and the next one. And it's basically almost all, like, there's a little bit of variation, but mostly it's in the same ranges as the Striker, basically. Oh, kind of, and that's rock and roll again. Nice. Yeah, we'll see that in a bit. Actually, yeah, that's what I was doing, right? Let's go do that. I'm not proud of 3 Lexingtons. Nice. And either Ringy. And happy it's working out for you. What reds do we go for on Envy? So especially Obliterate and Strained are really good, especially if you get Agonizing early. And then the Rate of Fire one. that I totally Allegro. I was going somewhere else with my mind, but yeah, basically, depends what you're doing. If you're for deep runs, it's Allegro, Strained, Obliterate, and then Surgical still, even with Agonizing, and then Vigilance Critical. Although you can also basically, you take Vigilance, and then you can either go Vigilance Critical or Vigilance Rifleman or Vigilance Pummel. Vigilance is still one of the better ones there. Especially Allegro, Strained, Obliterate, Surgical is deep run stuff. Just for Nemesis run, you can just as well 1 or 2 Unhinged, it's kind of fine. Rifleman, 1 stack is kind of fine. But yeah, Obliterate is kind of the big one in here, especially if you get Agonizing early. Yeah, vendors. Getting sidetracked all day. I was don't think so. It's good for me on higher loops. I pick, I die. You would still want to just unload. Strained would still be one of the better ones, even when you're 2 seconds into it, or well, 1 second into it. So 2 stacks, it's gonna beat most of the other things because you have to shoot anyway. Like you still have to obliterate, stack, and stuff. Because also there's just not other better good ones in there. There's nothing to it. Because Envy is not so much about its reds. Its reds are okay. There's enough good reds, and then the exotics are really good, and then the yellows are really good. Oh, it doesn't need to run Lexington. In the same way as Striker. Like, it would just be P416 instead of FAMAS, so we'll lose a little bit more with that. And yeah, let me catch up here. Oh, actually, yeah, more the ACS part of it, yeah. I mean, yeah, actually, yeah, that is a good point. We would want to just go Coyote with that, just to have the ACS, the split weapon system part of it. Any designer. And indeed, having fun with it. Which Allegro was your reminder? No, I was kind of I was like I was trying to find the word with T or something. I think actually what I had in my mind was Integra for some reason, which is I think a car thing, right? I feel that's a car thing, but that was where my mind was kind of going. Is that I think it is a car model or something. Maybe someone was in Integra like this, maybe. Oh yeah, that's a car something. Honda Integra. Likely somebody was talking about that today or something, and it's kind of stuck with me or something. Yeah, indeed, it's a car. What's maximum upgrade on Strain? That goes basically whatever it is. It's one of the older talents, so it's whatever amount it is at 10. So it isn't like the newer ones. Oh, fuck. I pressed F instead of, well, I kind of fat fingered F and T. God damn it. I don't want. Get out.
Shade tech prohibited.
Run away.
Access denied.
Oh, God.
Deactivating shade protocols. Entering
Yeah,
combat
let's leave
simulation
here.
program.
But overall, it's yeah, it's one of the bigger bonuses in there. I take regular crit or strain. The thing is, you would generally, like for deep runs, you would take vigilance plus critical. That's actually one of the better ones, damage wise. So you would already take take that as well. Because you would be double checking on total weapon damage and critical, but that's still one of the better choices out here, just because the rest is going into weapon damage, which in deep runs you're going to push pretty high. But strained is so this is going to be 50. That's also why it's that good. Like even 1 second of firing is enough for it to match critical at max stacks. Apparently I've discovered descent. Yeah, let's stop getting sidetracked. Anything usable anywhere? No good brands there. Let's go around the block. Especially as well with agonizing is one of the reasons why the crits do kind of stack up high. Are we doing this? I just came at a descent there. It is envy, so it is a time to go get it, but I already just did one at the start of the stream just to get that out of the way for the week. Just gonna check quickly what brands there are and stuff. Somewhat I need to kind of empty out my stash a little bit more. I should have enough space to kind of empty out a character. I wouldn't mind if there's any Habsburg around for main account to try to get some of the Habsburg things.
Hey, Agent.
I've got the widest selection.
Because I still don't have those. No, but yeah, not on those. Let's go. It's an easy one. They take armor and deep run. I wasn't gonna do this with me on loop 15 plus. No. So basically I generally go all red and then I do get the 6 tiers on skills as well. Especially solo, it's well worth getting those skill tiers. And for instance, solo going deep, I go with a turret almost always, and then those 6 skill tiers help. But blue cores, yeah, they don't help enough. The only place they do help a little bit is if you're going to like below 30. They still kind of work, especially with Rat and Bloodsucker, but not so much for other things. And yeah, we have rock and roll here. Although, yeah, rock and roll, I feel like it's even a detox one, but it's not. Well, definitely get some. If you don't have this, go get this. This is actually a good item. And this won't be on Casio or anything, so you just have to buy it for currency. These other two will be on Cassie tomorrow for normal currency. Although, I mean, this is for, like, if you're using a point man. This already also has the hazard protection for, like, the raid tank and stuff. Purist, if you haven't proficiency'd it, just buying 20 from a vendor. Cassie tomorrow. Easy way to proficiency it. But yeah, rock and roll is pretty good. The thing is, though, yeah, rock and roll is only useful for chest striker. But even then, like, it's not per se needed. Yeah, let's check the DZ ones. But that's a worthwhile item to get. You would want to have one if you don't have one. Also for 75, it's pretty cheap. That's, you know, half of a countdown run.
Welcome, Agent.
Death grips, which are completely useless. I checked on normal vendor. I don't remember what the brands were on it. Actually, it was Grupo and Overlord. I did check the normal vendor. It was annoying that today actually got a little bit too busy. Yeah, Mozambique, not even a DZ named. I think the useful, yeah. Today got a little bit too busy. I was hoping to actually today order that 5070, but then I kind of messed up my sleep and then kind of had a whole day of just trying to make stuff fit in the time that I had, including that video I wanted to make. In the end, though, I did get that video, although a little bit too late, and there's also an editing mistake in it, but I'm just going to leave it in there now. It's fine. But I forgot to edit out one take. So it has like one blooper in it for a little bit, but it's Darkness, also not a DZ name, so we don't care. Nothing otherwise useful. Let's go check New York and then Brooklyn. And then after that, let's actually go start working on the spreadsheet for the OD build showcase. Not gonna do too much today. We have today and tomorrow to work on it. And then later on, I want to run a bunch of OD. Just run a bunch of OD. And kind of get into the OD spirit again. Eminence Armaments as a brand, but that's not too useful either. But yeah, no, we haven't seen any Lengmo, Habsburg, Palisade, any of the crafting parts much.
Let me know if you need anything.
None of them this week. Any of these useful? No. Any of those useful? No.
Thanks.
Are you useful? You are. You're very useful. I did like those last two comms where yeah, they're having fun with Violet. It's pretty humanizing. Yeah, let me get you up here. I guess originally me, then this fire killed my hive. Revive me. Yeah, the rushers can be very dangerous like that. There's a good device. Yeah, that's my go-to for deep. It'll just put it on one of the doors. It'll keep one door kind of busy for a while. Decoy will, for one wave, do better, but the thing is with decoy, yeah, it just doesn't last long enough. A turret will last that whole fight. And also, for instance, yeah, if that rusher had come out of that door, it would have just gone for a turret and saved you that way. It would have lost the turret, but it would have been useful, hopefully. So it'll be easier because enemies are not tanky at all, easy to kill, no need to wait for teammates, and very fast clears. Thing is, especially past, once you start going into 3 doors marked and 4 doors marked and stuff, 4-man is like a lot faster. Like we did recently. That was the reason we do it in 4-man, especially if we're going to 40. Because everything past 25 is so much faster if there is just one person on each door. Like everything else that you lose by like waiting for people or having to like, you know, take key breaks or anything like that, yeah, the other side of it is so much faster. Because once you're 3 waves on 4 doors and stuff starts escaping basically continuously solo, that just doesn't happen in a 4-man, for instance. This was pretty funny. Yeah, I didn't notice it just because I usually just like snip all of them off. With that one as well, I actually had recorded and was like, oh yeah, I need to snip that one out. But then I just forgot to check it until I actually watched, because I usually do watch the video back at the very least once just to kind of see if something went wrong or anything. But then I noticed it. But yeah, also the funny thing is, so actually what it was I had hair in my mouth. I just like one hair from my mustache in my mouth. That's also what you see me like fiddling with my mouth for. Do enemies ever stop scaling in the sense? So they mostly just seem to be scaling, especially on the 10 level marks. But past 30 is the big one. And then past that, they do keep scaling, at least I think so. Because at 40, it feels a little bit, that it slows down even more. But yeah, not as big as a jump as like at 10, at 20, and at 30. Especially 30 is like the big one. And then after that, it kind of is doesn't seem to scale as much or at all. As an issue, can't be. Actually, you know, yes. In the end, I not yet. So I'm likely gonna order it tomorrow because I was gonna do it Monday, got busy. I was gonna do it today for tomorrow, and got busy. Partially as well. I actually want to, because I have a little bit more funds, and I'm like, might as well, if I'm ordering that, order a bunch of other stuff with it, maybe especially a mouse and stuff. I want to look into like if there is good mice with side buttons, with good side buttons, because that's especially one of the things I like having on a mouse, preferably if I can, like a ton of side buttons. But yeah, I want to kind of look into it. The puppy backpack. I mean, yeah, we've got something for cat people. Now we need something for dog people. Show the blue. It's part of the, like, it's in the video. It's in today's video. Like it's not actually cut out. Well, I mean, I can show it here. Rosa may have not seen today's Tinkerer video. Well, also, it's not like that funny of a blooper or anything. It's just me literally retaking. Me just forgetting to cut out the take. That's all that happens in it. But, well, let's go. Kind of agree indeed. Actually, this was 502, right? Doesn't it say somewhere 502? Yeah, 502X. Actually, it's in the. But it turns out that I did this wrong. Let's start out by looking at ongoing directive. Oh wait, I don't have this on screen. Thought I switched it. And let's start out by looking at ongoing directive. As OD was the obvious place where Tinker was going to shine the first time we laid eyes on it, but at least I didn't like have something of like, you know, fuck shit, fuck shit. Just definitely, you know. But yeah, I literally had a hair in my mouth. That's why I like stumbled over my words and was like, let's retake. But yeah, I just forgot to edit that out. I actually have the function because in YouTube, I might actually do that. We can actually snip something in here. That's not impossible. The annoying thing is that I need to re-timestamp everything, which that's a big ask, especially for such a small thing. But it's not like I'm like 5 minutes of not doing anything. We go into it right away again. So, but yeah, I accidentally left that in today's video. It's fine. Thank you, Les Hunter. Yeah. But yeah, I was kind of looking at, I want to kind of look into some of my Mies and then order, because I kind of have in mind which 570 I want now. It's likely going to be that MSI one. Just because it'll fit, because it's basically between an Asus one and an MSI one. They'll fit easily in the case and don't have to do anything for. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go start on. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's actually first do this, because I've been meaning to do this for a while. Which is a simple thing. So in the main file for the big insert row, no, column, right. Yeah. because we keep using this anyway. Okay. Um, 3 columns right, and then insert 6 columns right, because I kind of need 6 over there. And then these can also just be big sized. So these just go 100. This is just for some of the calculation stuff and notes, because I keep adding that to every one of these anyway, so might as well. Straighten out the formatting is just normal. And then also actually, let's make everything here 11. This one goes to 11, as I usually have everything sized 11. Yeah. Okay, so this is upgrade to the main file. Then let's copy it, mock a copy. And rename. So this will be 250902, right? 02. And score OD underscore build showcase. And yeah, what do we want to do in here? Because we're gonna just have OD. All right, let's type it out on going directive. So this is just gonna be Tinker variant and then talent picks, and then here we should do talents. I should actually separate that out. Yeah, so it's gonna also look in large part very similar to the video we did today, actually. But yeah, so talents. So in here as well, we'll have basically versus striker and stuff, just to show that. So yeah. This will be the talents. And then this will be group OD. Here we'll do OD alongside of striker, and then do like in a 4-man team and an 8-man team. How does that work out versus just having another striker? Basically, yeah, 8 strikers versus 7 strikers and OD, basically, for Kanta. And the group buff calculations. And also here, it would be just be OD thing. No, thing. Mark 46. SP probably think So this would be sadist plus PP, maybe just for ease of calculation. This would be P sadist. Sadist. Yeah, let me catch up here. Only there, Ricky. That feels weird to say, actually. But yeah, there was Ricky. Yeah. Anyone have a build for Stovepipe Manhunt on Heroic Solo? Was everything elite in that mission? No, right? Like that's not a PFE mission, right? Especially just running a red with a jammer pulse and stuff works out kind of fine already. But you kind of need decently high damage throughout that whole mission because I need to deal with a Marauder and that boss fight. Sparky is Sparky is a big one to fight. But especially just running so for instance, I ran for most of it a tech tank. Keep in mind that you also with the tech tanks have you need to remember to use your EMP grenades, especially a lot. And yeah, it's especially learning the positions of those jammers is kind of the thing. Because if you know where the jammers are, once you know where the jammers are, you can beeline it for them because that's what you would need with a tech tank or any kind of tanky-ish build. You would need to run for the jammers, destroy them, make them, so you're no longer jammed, and then you can kind of take the hits. So my new PC bars and buys them shortly after. I'm waiting 5. Yeah. Oh yeah, sometimes it goes like that. Although actually I was talking about here and there, getting already graphics art like more towards the start of the summer. But then actually I decided to just buy other convenient things. I chose to be a good adult and just buy a fresh washing machine and some kitchen stuff as well. Instead, which also was pretty expensive. But yeah, it turned out that I did good for myself, so I still have a little bit more extra to waste. Well, yeah, it's on the horizon, right? Long clever. Killed out jammer launchers and the drones. Yeah. So I would say easiest is maybe looking up a video on where all those jammers are. You can just, anybody that does those runs. Keep in mind as well, depends on if you just want to get it done. There is no real reward with those ones on higher difficulty. So you can just do it on normal, which makes it a little easier if you just want to get it done. Actually, let's start moving this character back to, because I need a OD in a second. Let's move this character back to DC. And actually, let's get on to OD.
Entering safe area.
But yeah, it's especially learning where those jammers are. And you can either go and find them because that's also why the mission is kind of set up the way it is. You can actually already go around and try to find. It scared me for a second. I was like, "What?" I forgot we did this. I was like, "What? How is items missing?" Like, but no, this is the one we've prepared for. Tipping skills already. But yeah, it scared the shit out of me for a second. Yeah, Yeah, let's go to character tree. Indeed. Washing machine better than heating machine.
Detected.
I mean, yeah, we're going towards the winter, so I need a new heating machine, right? That'll be the 570. Funny as well, like how much heat some of these things kind of put out. One thing is I'm considering getting with it as well, actually, fresh fans. I have one dead fan actually in my case. I need to replace that one as well. Although there's like 7 fans in my PC, there's already plenty of throughput. Like thermals have never been an issue for this case. You know, so I can tell you, get killed or yeah. For dryer, yeah. Yeah, let's go here. So OD Twinkerer. No modifier. Yeah, so crit chance on the Mark 46. That's actually just, yeah. Because there's going to be a lot of similarities here. Might as well steal from here. Although especially I just need base values and stuff. So let's take MG5 base. Let's take Mark 46 base. Let's take Carnage base. 100, 30, 30. Uh, 25. Actually, we should in this one as well put Wicked versus. Although, well, I mean, it's obvious. It's just like a 6% difference, but let's have it in there. 85s, 12s, zeros, 50s, 30s, 15s. Another that one. We just need the crit chance, crit damage values on these. Yeah. Let me catch up here again. For breakpoint builds, or is it better to stick with high end for rifles? Even beyond high ends, yeah, breakpoint is just not too great. Its uptime is its biggest issue. Like you just don't have great uptime on it with the way that the talent works. When it is up, it is actually decent, but it is just not up often enough. But then, yeah, going high-end is an option, but also ongoing is a pretty good pick for rifles. Like more so, because yeah, the thing is the rifles are just not as powerful as some of the other weapon classes, which kind of, I wish they would get a buff. It's especially that second stat. That second stat is just still too bad. But if you want to go rifles, then going something like Umbra or OD. Was there another one? I forget. But yeah, especially Umbra, OD, and such are, and yeah, and the high end. That's the one. So going those is kind of the better ways. But Umbra can be really good with rifles because Umbra is pretty powerful. And yeah, OD can be very powerful with it as well. And Umbra is going to do more damage overall than OD, but OD, of course, has a group buff. And also, basically, infinite ammo reserves. So... summer such a pain. Because I don't need anything. Yeah. I can imagine. No, in my case, it's just my PC pumping out the heat. But yeah, I think that one's gonna be a little bit more hot than this one. Definitely in the summer. I make sure to have my fans just blowing like past me and then past my PC. I'm pushing that hot air away from me as much as I can. Then sleep. Yeah, no worries. Where he's in. Yeah, have a good night, and we'll catch you around. Dumber for rifles. Yeah, it can be really good for that because yeah, that's way more powerful than Breaking Point can be. Basically, Breaking Point can be okay if you just want to try to like do the thing, try to get the most out of it. But it's gonna underperform even against the high end, especially for instance going glass. High ends can be really powerful as well. But the Umbra can actually beat high ends pretty consistently. Can actually be a lot more damage. Thing is though, with Umbra, you have to do the Umbra thing, right? Like of being in cover for a few seconds, then pulling out, and then just shooting enemy till enemy no longer is shootable. So 60, 141 on this one. So how does this work with MG5? MG5. So this is actually, let's do this. WEP 3 CHC. WEP 2 CHC. Actually, what I should do, just to illustrate the point. Yeah, so let's add that in here. Inf MG5. Let's get infantry MG5's base. So actually, let's take a GR9 in here, just to show that as well. Infantry. Yeah. Way too much stuff open. Can this go? Yeah, let's just get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. So. Actually, we can take this whole block, 12, 0, 0, and we can take this whole block. And then both of these are 800, 100, 50, 150, 100, 100. I should have taken the reload. Oh, well, we have them here. 324. I need to grab a thingy there. It's annoying actually that some of the, because like most of the same ones that even had like base damage differences, they didn't have reload differences. That is no longer the case. Because for instance, yeah, this one is 215. Like this and the MG5, the infantry MG5 and the MG5 used to just be a mod difference and a base damage difference. That's no longer the case. 286. 4 on negative. Well, actually, that's yeah, 286. 150, 750, right? Negative. So. Okay, that's a GR9 as well. Because whenever we bring in that, because whenever I leave out the GR9, people go like, "Why not GR9?" And I go, "It's really not competitive." Let's actually show it for once why it's not competitive. $750, right? So let's move this to the end. So this is this one, same this part. This goes down here, this goes down here, and this goes down here. And then what is the base amount? 750, right? This is 750. Yeah, 750. Actually, in there, let's do it like that as well. Is 750 times 1.5. Like that. And 200. And 259. Okay. And yes, we need the crit chance, crit damages for these two. I just grab a carnage. What am I doing? We have like 7 carnages in here now. We've been putting a bunch of carnages back, so might as well. Okay, so this would be crit chance, crit damage, crit damage. Yeah. That's the weirdest way to put that in. Let's put it like that instead. Oh, yeah. So this would be is min 50.5 times, oh no, times plus 10, comma 60. And this is 161 plus 10. Okay. Yeah, that's the Carnage plus Coyote. And now we just need this one. So let's actually take this same thing, and then we go 61.5. Wasting it 1.5, but that's still the better way to go. And then this is 141. Yeah. Right. How does this happen? This can't be. These two cannot be the same. No, it's minus 12. Sorry, 129. Yeah. Of course, yeah. Flipping one. There we go. Everything in place. Everything's in place. Okay, yeah. Let's put this already to 20. And let's already put this to 60. Not that it matters. All of the metrics are the same. How does this happen? Suddenly that one is not the same thickness anymore. Even though we copied from here. Actually, I think I copied from the art. Yeah, let me catch up here a little bit as I'm in my own world mostly. I need the micro. I got free tipping skills alternative. Umbra main LMG is 500 plus crits. Umbra main LMG 500 plus. Unless you're doing some shenaniganery, because yeah, keep in mind that Umbra is just 120 at best crit damage, but also just crit damage doesn't mean much. Like it depends how much it adds to the actual end damage. We're not per se just interested in a big crit damage number, because it's actually worse. Because yeah, in the same way, we'll see some people have put tipping skills with backfire. And that'll be a horrible choice. You'll be, putting crit damage up so high that it's completely unusable as a stat. But they'll clickbait with like 700 crit damage, and people will go like, yay, this is a good idea. And we'll just feel superior, knowing that we know that that is not the right way to go. And pat ourselves on the back for recognizing that. Oh, yeah, let me get you up here. So now. GR9! Indeed. Yeah, it's not a GR Yavul, it's a GR9. Yeah. Goddamn Germans and their jokes. They're way too funny. So yeah, let's get let's get MG5 actually. But a striker here together is 800 times 1.15. 100. What would the reload be on a striker? $237. 100, 30, 30, 20, 60, 141, 151. Oh, wait, actually, Tinker, not Coyote. So you're usually just going for Coyote numbers. You just instantly go that way. Tinker numbers. Tinker. Yeah, so that's already crit chance mods, right? So this is 49. So 2 crit chances would be, yeah, so is 9.5 plus 12. That would have been 60. And this is then 153 minus 24. 85, 12, 0, 0, 90. I don't want to do measured actually. Let's actually do plus stream. Because we're measured, I need to bring in a whole calculation. That's not worth it. Let's fix this up. 1 CHC, 2X, or 2 CHD. Okay. Yeah, let's just do killer plus streamline. So plus 70 plus 42. Just do not have to deal with bringing measured in here. Yeah, that looks about right. You know what, just for, because we have these anyway here. Let's put this here as well, and we just go obliterate koi, koi killer. Maybe we do it like that just for, because I'm not sure people kind of. Yeah, so is 49.5 times. Actually, we're going to go for 50, right? So also this isn't correct. This is 2. And then this is, let's do it like that. 1 CHC, 1 CHD, because we want to hit it the 50. So this will go CHD. Wait, does our striker not have any crit chances in it? I don't know. Oh, it's because it's set up for SMG. Oh, yeah. But that's fine. So yeah, this is this 50.5, and then this is is 151 plus 10. There we go. There we go. Plus 70. Yeah. And it's going to illustrating why we don't go with the GR9 per se. And that's even actually as well. You know what? I want this. We'll use it as a teaching moment. So this is just 750, and then this becomes 250. Because it's even worse the way that most people run it with 250 rands. Because at least if you stick in the rate of fire mag, it's like just 7% behind. But without a rate of fire mag, it's even worse. Yeah. Yeah, let me catch up here. I need a theory. Let me catch up here. think plus second energy strength. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. It's already on Umbra, you really don't want to go killer if you can avoid it. Going killer plus strength, like, yeah, it's fun for big numbers, but you're making a really big crit damage number, but you're not making a better build. Also, yeah, you wouldn't. Umbra backpack is like Heartbreaker backpack is an okay. Umbra backpack is way too situational. So I mean, so but then like if we're doing all this, you could do all this on tipping skills as well. You would make a very big crit damage number. You would not make a useful build. So yeah, the remainder of like one big stat is actually bad. Going for usually. Unless you're getting it very cheaply. Like, yeah, if there is one talent that gives plus 1,000 crit damage, sure. But you don't want to be stacking crit damage up when you could be going into other stuff. So, for instance, in that, even taking out strained and going measured instead will help. Even more so if you just go, for instance, streamline, because you're now going into damage. Actually, Optimist will likely beat strained even there. Even on an LMG by the amounts of crit damage that we're going up into. But then also, yeah, stuff like plus orbit, like, yeah, what's stopping tipping skills from doing the exact same thing, right? Like of just triggering orbit. You can't, like those kind of things you can just basically like ignore, because the orbit could also be triggered on like tipping skill. But also, both of those as well work differently. So just going like this works better because you've actually made a pretty bad Umbra build, honestly. So it's actually not going to work better. You're better off making a normal Umbra build, especially with the backpack being Cheska and then Coyote or Tinkerer, that combo, and not going the backpack, because giving up the damage bonus on the backpack, that's already like it's a lost cause at that point, Umbra versus tipping skill. Like Umbra is kind of on the same par of tipping skills at max stacks now, but both of them have to do different things to get to max stacks. But yeah, for instance, there as well, going like 500 plus crit, like that's actually to me, in the same way as like with clickbaited titles and stuff, like there is like the second you say 500 plus crit, I know it's a bad build. I don't go, oh, that's a nice high crit number. I go like, no, that's obviously bad build. Because you have to get to those numbers, there's only bad choices getting there. Sorry, maybe began. I gave you a few. Time to kill 5 to 6 seconds. On what? Like just saying 5 to 6 seconds, like on a red? That seems exceptionally high. But yeah, if you're gonna even bring up time to kill, at least you have to, say time to kill on a solo elite or something like that. Time to kill without any metric alongside of it on what it's based on is, don't do that. Just don't. But for the tipping skills, it's a bad Umbra build, honestly. Like this is not an alternative to anything. Because you're much better off laying into what Umbra is and then trying to, for instance, go into other bonuses. Going into, for instance, not stacking Killer and Strained on top of it. Like Killer by itself still works because Killer is one of the bigger talents, but Strained on top of it is not going to work. Also, that isn't 500. Like, I don't know why you think that's 500. Because Umbra is under, like, Umbra at most, you're going to stick out like 200 crit damage out of it. Like 180 out of that, plus, let's say, Orbit, 200. Even if we're taking Killer plus Strain, that's another 100. And then you have another 120 from Umbra. Like, that's in the 400s. That's not in the 500s. You lose damage and ammo super fast. That's, I mean, yes, but like, not, yeah. Don't show big numbers, exactly. Like, you wouldn't want that much crit damage. At that point, crit damage is basically without value, and you're better off even sticking an Optimist or going in with, like, just the utility talent at that point and stuff. Heroic Elite 6 on range. If it's taking you 12 seconds, like, because here's the thing, if that's the way you've set up the Umbra, I'm curious to see how you set up the tipping skills. Because yeah, no. And neither of these builds should be at that high on their time to kill. Like, keep in mind, these are builds that, especially even on red, they're doing like 5-6 million. Like, even just a full red. So even a full red, let's say the full red Eclipse we had, that's like a 4 million DPS build. Just red, just the red parts of it. Just the crit chance and the crit damage we have there, plus all the red cores. That's gonna do a elite in 3 seconds. Like, I have no idea why you're even on the Umbra in the 5 to 6 seconds. I have no idea why your tipping skills in the 12 seconds. Like, yeah. But also, yeah, no, just these are bad builds. Like, especially if you're trying to like defend them and stuff. Like, I'm sorry, dude, but nah. These are bad builds. Like, don't make them like that. Don't go into all in on crit damage. That's just, you know, don't tux them. Don't KVD them. Right? Like, that's, yeah. There is actually much better ways. Like, even on the Umbra, there is like, why is the backpack in there? A backpack there could be a damage talent, which is the way we go with it. Let's go back to the base for the weight. I got him with 40 and got him basic strike. What build would you recommend I play to best support him while getting him back up to speed? Could run head on burners and boost him, but that's not helping with much in terms of playing experience. I just run just whatever alongside of him. But yeah, the thing is, playing alongside of a headhunter, that's also, you know, you're aware, right, of the, I mean, you're aware, but others might not be. We generally, for instance, avoid running or allowing headhunters in group settings because, yeah, just hoovers up all the damage and, you know, it feels annoying to play alongside. But just run another red. If you want to, for instance, be you know, give them more of a thing to do, maybe run OD or something, kind of weaken yourself in that way and buff them. And just, you know, to make them experience it a little bit better. But just running a red alongside of them, right, it will be fine. Yeah, so we have all of this in place. Let's actually leave this here. Let's go play a little bit. Might come back to it later, but also we might come back tomorrow to this instead. Because, yeah, we basically have, at the very least, kind of like what this build does compared to also Striker. Some of the weapon choices are in here. And then here we'll basically remake the talent picks, especially with Tinkerer, and kind of just like why we pick the talents we do. And then kind of just the OD in a group sense.
Talking to yourself again. Autumn, this is not a good sign.
Wait for some of the different skills in our session.
Okay, sleep. Must find
That you will test. Why do you want to have? I mean, there is already Strikers, Heartbreakers, Umbra, just normal Umbra, not set up in that way. Because again, because here's the thing, I'm guessing you're doing like range testing like this, right, or something, or are you actually calculating at? Because just to give an like comparison there, do I have Redify, right? Redify, a build that does not have a big damage bonus to it. Even this, even this, look at the 5. Let's go with the Elmo actually, because that's normally the weapon on here. Ew, actually, I don't have the Elmo anymore. This, maybe I should have kept an Elmo here, just for this. Me. Doesn't matter too much. But even this, 1, 2, 3. Like, why are we doing 5, 6 seconds, 8, 10, 12? Like, right? Like, can you at least understand where I'm kind of coming from? Like, this isn't even strikers or anything. And then strikers, even like on this, is actually kind of the worst case scenario for it, because it needs to stack up. Until it's stacked up, it's not doing too well, but even then it has damage bonuses, so that you go 1, 2, 3. Or that was laggy as fuck. 1, 2, you know, because if we go 1 Mississippi, it's already done, right? Oh, you're doing testing with this. Don't. Like, don't calculate at that point. Like, at that point, you need to calculate. Like, don't bring that into there. That's also not time to kill. I mean, yeah, that is the time to kill range, but that's not time to kill, especially if you're saying elite there. Like, that's not how you want to test anything in your life. Like, don't be a fog. Don't fog it up. If you don't know what that is, be happy. But yeah, that's not how we do any testing. Like, time to kill as well. If you're going to use the term time to kill is a time to kill of one thing. And then if you say time to kill elite, I'm not going to assume that that's those targets, because you shouldn't use that for that testing. There is no consistency to be had there. And also, you're leaning way more towards builds that will, because as well, like if you're comparing even there, like Umbra versus Umbra can pre-stack before you fire. A striker can't, unless you're at full stacks. But yeah, just I mean, you saw me literally use those calculators. I have a video on them. It's not hard to figure out. Just calculate. Yeah, let's actually, I mean, I want to run OD a few times. They have a mission here, party. Oh, yeah, Grand Washington. Yeah, let's go to a Grand Washington. That wasn't part of the weekly, right? No, it was bank and DCD. Yeah. We get those, we'll grab those. But yeah, let's match me for one. I at no point did you make it clear that was that. If you just say time to kill testing and elite, I'm not from that going to understand that that's that. Nobody will. Because you got to remember that time to kill means, like, yeah, that is called the time to kill thing, but in the same way that we don't call, you know, just DPS. We usually go with burst and sustained DPS and stuff. There's reason. And yeah, that though you shouldn't use that. Like, just don't. Like, if you're using that, just stop right now. Just go calculate. But also, I don't even on those. I mean, here, let's go back actually. If you really want to. Because then as well, like, even if we take a normal Umbra, because wait, Umbra is on this character, right? Yeah. We take a normal Umbra, right? And go in here. Because the thing with this as well is, like, I'm not going to get 2 times the same time here, because depending on if I'm, you know, done this a bunch of times or haven't, that's going to be different. Also, yeah, you can set this to, because actually elite is not a setting on this. It goes like hard, very hard. I'm assuming you mean hard here or very hard. But then also, yeah, I'm hoping you're set to heroic over there. But for instance, if we go Umbra like this, well, actually even like this, let's go like that. Well, as well, here the thing is, if I'm smart about it, because this is also the reason why you don't want to use this for testing. This thing will need to reload several times here. This thing will reload 0 times here, right? So if I go with this, I have a much easier time here. But even here, I'm pretty certain that if we... Is this the setting you're on? Because the 6 seconds actually thinking about it there, like that's no as well. Because actually I've done a bunch of testing with this, and even on the very hard, like for even a pre-stacked striker takes like around 8 seconds, which is usually my best time. Thinking about it now. Not on the 40, yes. I have no idea why that's the thing you're stuck on. Is TS good? No, Strikers is already better. Like, yeah. But yeah, there's also, yeah, there's no way Umbra is doing a 6 second there, like in all of it. Like, because just with the reload alone, that's going to take longer to get through it, because even an MG is not gonna have enough rounds to. RNG might get through it, but the bigger mag ones will not reach 6. So I'm very weirded at all the things you're saying. Yeah, let's actually go and get some stuff instead, especially a backpack one, especially if you don't have vigilance on top. Let's go, because I'm assuming then your world might not be set to heroic. You have to remember that the world setting matters for the range as well. Like, unless you are like, no. Second, I don't believe that build can do that. Like, I straight up, like, not on heroic. So I'm assuming you're either not on heroic, maybe your world is set to challenging. But yeah, no. Especially that build. Like, no, a striker does it in 8 pre-stacked. So an Umbra is already not going to beat that, first of all, and secondly, not without a backpack. But yeah, let's actually, I was still matching. Let's go do this. Okay, now I'm done with you, Micro. If your response to that is, whoa, I run legendary solos, again, was your range set to heroic? That's the question. I don't care if you can run solo legendaries. That's not a skill set that will change build making or, you know, stuff like that. Again, I don't believe a 6 second timer there. Your well will like record it and put it on YouTube. Prove me wrong. Especially without backpack talent. Especially without backpack talent, one Umbra. But yeah, as well, just never bring that, because if we're gonna go stand on our stripes, I think I have you beat on stripes, right? Like, I would never just do that. I will never go like, don't you know who I am, basically, because that's a bad argument. That's just trying to appeal to authority, because yeah, Toasty can run legendary solos. That doesn't mean that he can, you know, calculate that builds correctly. Those are different skill sets. And again, just go and calculate it. The calculators are there. Show me, just DM me the calculator filled in, and you will have a point to prove. But then also, like, yeah, no, that's a bad bit. But also, I have no idea why you're trying to compete something against tipping skills, because it's not like tipping skills is good to begin with. Yeah, let's just go do this mission.
Right to the Grand Washington Hotel.
Let's get some shit done.
That should get their attention. Head to the service entrance.
I'll actually at least turn on ammo director.
Once you're inside, find a way to the atrium.
Heroic for okay. I don't believe you. But you can provide proof if you want to. That's not hard. Just record it, put it on YouTube, send me a DM.
We're under attack. It might be a diversion. So be ready.
And you will have, and I will publicly apologize to you.
Another agent is now in your group. Hostile radio intercepted.
I'm heading upstairs to the hostage. Everybody, get to the atrium.
Saints here.
Alternative for high crit, but there's no like there is no use for high crit. Like just having a high crit, like there's a reason. For instance, here, like we're not just going for crit, we're going for separate multipliers. We're stacking choices together. Just a high crit is a really bad build. That's also why I'm convinced that it cannot do 6 seconds there. Just because I'm pretty familiar with that, like even though that I don't want to use it ever, but nowadays anymore, but I have still tested a bunch on there, on that range. And when a chest striker fully stacked is doing 8 seconds there, an Umbra without a backpack isn't. Like, that is just the reality of it. Even when you're one-magging it,
You went all the way to the top floor. Take the
with an
stairs to the right of
LMG,
the elevators and work your way up.
that still does not work out that way. But it's also not like it is a good idea to make an alternative to tipping skills is just striker because it has a separate multiplier that is 90 stacks of a separate multiplier. That is an actual. And then, you know, striker still kicks his ass. Even obliterate striker still kicks its ass. And then chest striker does even more. Anyway, full team. And I kind of just want to run ODs a little bit here. Just play around with them. And then Thursday we'll although well depends on how the days go. I want to do it to Thursday just so I can put it up on Saturday. Because then I'll edit it together. I'll have in my breaks at work on Friday. Because yeah, Friday I won't be streaming at all. I'll be away. But God damn it. Can't aim low enough. Ain't no mountain high enough. But there is a windowsill that is low enough. So, yeah.
I just found an ammo stockpile. I'm gonna detonate it.
Yells, trembling. The was also legendary. Oh yeah. That's also why I fail them so often and get mistakes in there. Actually, I noticed as well while I was doing the video today. So actually, the number there's one mistake in there, but it's fine. On the OD shotgun build that we have in there. One of the versions I did was put opportunistic on it, but I didn't actually lose the brand bonus for perfect opportunistic, even though I put perfect opportunistic there, but it's fine. At least not for the OD, but for the Hunter's Fury. Like I put a 15. Well, basically it's a Cheska backpack with 15 detox, so that's oh, is it that guy? There's Oxy, but I need to like get underneath him because especially if he's not there. Damn it! Might be easier to reset the mission. Actually, I realized that. Okay, Oxy. As usually as well, this guy's too far away. For thingy. What's this here? What are my normal pieces for the Oxybull? Oh, I'm not on that character actually. Oh, good damn it. Just give me whatever. Skill tiers. Give me skill tiers. Give me a Hermano. This character does not have a Hermano. Okay. Can you get in the elevator, Xander? Then I'll have to run back. Just pull me with timer. Because yeah, it's gonna take more than 30 seconds to get back there. Oh, I should use a striker build or Harpiker build for challenging. No expertise, I only have a few exotics. Overall, striker will outperform Heartbreaker pretty consistently. Heartbreaker though will come with blue cores, which will be overall the easiest. Like you can actually pretty easily get a few blue cores in there. But once you get a decent striker together, or Heartbreaker, either or actually, honestly. Heartbreaker though also kind of needs Technician, which starting out you will have to unlock. Unless you have the year 1 pass, you will have to unlock it. Which also adds a little bit of, you know, things you have to get done before it works out. I should have the modifier off. Wait, why am I 60? Oh, because this is already. Oh, there, now I have the modifier on, sorry. I did it off. Let's mark a few enemies.
Serious trauma detected.
Oh yeah, this is this one. I forgot which one I'm even running. I even more so forgot which one I'm running. As because it is the frenzy one. Yeah, the boss fight will be a good testing point. Yeah.
Vital signs critical.
We just. Oh, that's a shield guy whose shield already is broken. Okay. I'm like, how did I miss all those shots? But it was already without a shield, so it was just in cover. I was just assuming I'm like just tearing through his shield. Should I look for damage numbers? I didn't get you around, pal. I think so. Choking in. Got you around.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Not this guy. There's decent damage, but have decent armor. So there are some setups, especially for solo play, that I like a lot. I'll actually link to the recommended build list here, if you are not maybe familiar with that. I'll put it in by chance. All that is what on one side does both. I'll pop up a link in a second. Because a striker, for instance, is pretty quick and easy to put together. For solo, one of the style of builds that I run a lot is the tech tank, which is in that list. You will need to have technician kind of unlocked. You need a memento for it as well. But if you do get those two together, it is one of the, a lot of people do like it for as their solo builds, and you can make it in multiple ways. Heartbreaker and Striker are actually two main ways of making it. But then with Heartbreaker, it's a little bit easier to make it, and it's also a powerful variant of it. But yeah, you do need a memento for it, and you do need a technician at least unlocked for it, and preferably leveled up as well. Because you need the artificer from there. And that's the tech in the tech tank.
Glad you made it. Ready when you are.
Let's do this.
I missed that earlier of tipping skill being about high crit. Yeah, it is, but that's not a good thing. Like, that's actually, if tipping skills had a different bonus, if it had like, you know, half of what it had now in crit damage and half of what it had now in like, you know, let's say just an amp or something, or total weapon damage or something, yeah, it would be much better. Just pushing one stat high is yeah, it's a bad idea. Okay, I know it works great for clickbaits, but unless you're actually interested in doing that, you might as well not. Unless you're in it to clickbait, you might as well not. Let's just drag that way. It's gonna be kind of need the firepower because I don't think our other team members are actually that well set up here.
Vital signs critical.
Special that guy gone. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get down myself. About my hive, although just gonna go crawl in my hive. Might still need to. Oh yeah. We don't have enough effective fire going out.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I got the feeling towards the end of this will be mostly me and Xander with some numbers. And once we're in frenzy, we just wanna hold the button down and just go into the next frenzy as consistently as we can.
Heads up. You've got hostiles flooding into the building from the street.
Get down there and take care of them. I got Eleanor.
Oh yeah, then yeah, try out, especially for solo play, the Heartbreaker tech tank is kind of the easier one to put together. You do need to kind of learn how to play it as well, because it is especially a strong shield. And also you need to stack with the ACS quite often, because if you don't, you will lose out on, especially with Heartbreaker. Like Heartbreaker's issue is kind of, yeah, it doesn't stack well. Not as well as Striker does. And because of that, it's a little bit worse in general. But yeah, if you stack with the shotgun gets per pellet. And also actually on my channel, I have a build showcase both for Heartbreaker tech tank and then also even a masterclass on tech tanks in general. So, but it's with them as well. It is about knowing how to, because outside of build as well, it's, yeah. A build does a lot, but it doesn't do everything. And by itself, it actually does nothing. So it is very much about learning how to play the game as well. I don't trust my teammates to have that there.
Manny, is Odessa on the line?
I'll patch her in. Odessa? Kelso has some news for you.
We got Eleanor.
Is she okay?
She's okay. I'm bringing her home.
Oh, God. Oh, thank God.
See you soon.
Curious what the end results here is.
Priority objective available.
Oh yeah. Really, and all that? Because they joined actually around the same time as well. What were they running? Oh, okay. Because I was kind of noticing, like, whenever me or Xander are kind of on target, they die, but nothing else was kind of. And Yeah, it kind of shows there. Yeah, let's and that let's actually pull me into that. I know if you had like wanted to play together more, so Xander, or if you just had that as priority, because I'm just doing priorities here. So, but in any case, I'm gonna leave you guys behind.
You have left.
As I'm just gonna do a bunch of priorities here and just get a last few caches out. I just run this a little bit. Okay, trusted damage numbers in the range? No, not particularly. We avoid using them for their inconsistency. The DPS meter as well is very easy to manipulate and break, so it's not trustable. There's a lot of known ways you can just make a humongous number happen on the DPS range. You can just so just the damage of the hit that you can trust in most cases. Dutch City is a little bit weird. There is some interactions with especially for instance the shield and stuff. You have to watch out the striker shield. Like the enemies aren't actually on the ground, so they're not actually in the ground, for instance, stuff like that. But for instance, yeah, Dutch City kind of breaks at the range. The like just shooting at the target and getting the damage numbers out, you know, the numbers of like this hit, your non-crit is this, your crit is this, and then using that to just check calculations and stuff, that works fine. But just actually reading out the DPS meter or stuff like that is yeah. Yeah, if you're especially looking at the DPS numbers, yeah, it's not great. The thing is, it favors RPM way too much.
Friendly combatants detected.
And the giveaways as well. You can do the same test in kind of the same way 5 times in a row and get 5 different results. So that should be the giveaway, at least to a degree.
Agent has joined your group.
Okay, you're just playing. Okay, well, I don't mind. Let me pull out another priority objective. Capitole, what's 798, which is this is likely DARPA or Liberty or something. This is Liberty. Let's give me Liberty or give me death. No, give me death. Give me a reroll. 256. This is countdown. Yeah, shall we go do the countdown? Let's go do countdown. Get some shooting up in there. Yeah, let's just go for a challenging countdown. With the build showcase of this thing as well, I'll likely will likely do some countdowns. At least for part of it. That's taking forever to give me an invite.
Invite to another agent.
Likely where I don't know. It's actually with others.
You are now in a group. You have left the group.
Alright. Wait, what is it? 17, okay. 17, 38, yeah. Actually, you know what? For a 38 and for a 17, they're doing better than some 1 cases. That's oh. Yeah, that took too long. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I usually avoid capital because it takes too long. So I usually skip that one. But maybe, yeah, if it pops up again, I'll take it.
Communication relay
Okay,
offline.
the damage. I know, yeah, no, I wouldn't. Like, do I have it maybe on a different character? No, but I wouldn't keep
Be
it.
careful, Agent. Last thing we need is an RC bomb in a nuclear reactor.
See which way we're going.
Access and secure the nuclear waste.
left.
Reactor unstable.
Oh, we're gonna get
Emergency
close
lockdown
damage,
protocols
close range buff.
activated. 15 minutes lockdown.
In a minute.
High levels of radiation.
I'm hoping that guy doesn't go by himself.
Operational lockdown
I'm gonna give him a few shots. Yeah. He's gonna have a bad time there. Trying to solo even these challenging hunters is a bad time. Oh, he was there. That kind of sucks.
Vital signs critical.
Also, one of the things is I was kind of counting on that Banshee to
An agent needs assistance.
give me...
Agent down.
Protect the engineer.
Oh. We might be leave.
Agent down.
Like, we have already won an engineer. Half of that team is also not there, I see. It's not like we're doing that much better, but also, yeah, I kind of flubbed the mine, but still. Okay, let's finish it. This is silly.
System malfunctioning.
Because the thing is also we had a close range debuff there until it became close range buff. I'm gonna go, don't forget to pick up these because we're not gonna come past here again.
System reactivated.
I mean, they weren't capable enough to actually solo a hunter, one would hope. Although also I don't think I actually went for the thing, they went just for VIP. And then yeah, we go lab cooling. Oh, with a clue. Oh no, that's that one. Okay, that guy just went for the objective. That sucks for him. What did he do with the hunter? Yeah. I want to leave, but wait, is this the hunter? Yeah. Let's go lab.
Plant engineer down.
I want to leave so bad. We should just let him die. What's the main actually? So you're cooling after at least. Alright, I'm just gonna do the thing. We'll make it there eventually. That wasn't worth it for getting all the hunters. In no way. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not doing it on purpose. They don't know better. It's fine. I'm gonna go case hunting. Let's check what my target is even set to actually. The guy got the gaze? No, it's not.
High risk target detected.
Alright, let's set to LMGs. Still need a few more of those anyway, so it's fine.
Area secure.
I was starting to think this was it for us.
If that is for that, give me footage. I don't believe you outright. Just we're done here. You either come with footage or we're not talking. There are builds that can kill that on very hard on heroic in 4 seconds. Not many of them are red builds to begin with.
10 minutes to lockdown. Evacuate the facility.
Unless you have footage to go with your claim, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna not entertain it. It's very just Google out it, like get footage and then just put that on YouTube. But also there is no like I have no idea why you have it in your head that tipping skills needs an or striker like that like there is a alternative for that or what? Like if you have an alternative for an obliterate striker, go become famous by making the new meta. Right? Like I'm not gonna join you. I'm in a first off, I'm in a countdown here. Secondly, I might join you just to see that you know your world or your range is set to normal or something. Unless you're doing Oxy or a mortar, yeah, you're not doing 4 seconds there. But also, I can't join you if you're not on my friends list. Like, that's not how that works. You could invite me after I'm done here.
High value target neutralized.
Although maybe, I'm not sure. Are you on my friends list? Maybe. Well, it depends on what your settings are. I'm hoping you're not just set to open. Because then you get other people.
Secure.
Agent, you should be able to access the waste area.
And that's good, dude. Containment. We'll see. I am gonna, yeah. We'll join. Just I'm curious now. I also know I'm gonna be disappointed, but I'm curious now. But yeah, let me finish this first.
The waste area. I need you to secure the
Yeah, I'm
radioactive
in a
material
thing,
to
and
override
then
the lockdown protocols.
once I'm out of here, yeah, then if you can do /invite IKEA after, I'll join you. Curious to see what you have there that you think can do a 4-second on that.
We need to secure that tank and get it back into the sarcophagus.
I just need to get there. First Elmo there.
Source of the leak. Now we just need to seal those tanks.
I'm not doing a really good job with keeping frenzy going. That's fine, man. Kind of running around hell as chickeny. It'll still be good for extraction here in a bit. Especially with...
Great work. Now just seal that bunker and stop exposing your team to not so low doses of radiation.
Radiation detected at acceptable level.
Lethal radiation levels detected. Lockdown protocols in effect.
So I actually need a classic M60 with rate of fire to stat.
Hostile artillery turret.
Actually,
Good work, Agent. You saved the plant. Move to extraction point.
so maybe I should go.
Helo is ready when you are.
And
Shoot a flare
DTH
to
isn't
signal
worth it,
tourists.
right? Still go rate of fire over it. Is it going to be close range extraction actually? No, it's yeah, it's going to be western, right? So we'll go over there. Yeah, let me catch up here. Yeah, apologize. If they can pull a 4 seconds and it is actually on heroic on that setting with very hard, and it isn't a skill build, like it's, I mean, maybe you can do it with like a determined headhunter, but that's not like in the same style. Also, the determined headhunter would not be able to start on those elites. So. The funny thing is here as well, and the reason, because I just want to see the build. I don't believe the 4 seconds. Because they're also not aware the second I join there, the scaling goes up. It goes to 2-man scaling when there are 2 people there. So even if they could do a 4 seconds, they can't do it when I'm there. So I'm not even like, we're not even entertaining really this being a possibility.
System curtailed. Heavily armed hostiles detected.
But I just want to see actually what is like. That's also the reason why I'm saying get footage, because yeah, when I'm there, the scaling is going to go.
System disrupted.
No, yeah. So you are aware of that, or you just remember that as well?
System back online.
That's kind of the place where this.
Ready when you are. Shoot a flare to signal
Oh,
tourists.
okay. That was not, but for a second,
System
I
malfunctioning.
heard the flare as well, but that was actually just a flare. Okay, here, I just try to get frenzy going over and over again.
System reactivated.
I'm just gonna take it to the end and prep it for the chapter. Don't signal. I feel like at least you have to put till last few seconds, but it's not. People are gonna think they shouldn't signal now and just sit here and fail. Yeah. Let me. Okay. As a measure, even if you like consider like the prep time and stuff on frenzy and stuff, that still doesn't align with that. But also that's not realistic, because also nothing's stopping from any striker variant from having frenzy there. If we're doing prep,
On your location. Hold tight. She'll get
like
you home.
you have to, you know, if one is set up this way, the other one also gets to be set up that way. Basically, it's kind of the thing of. I am well aware of that, but I was pointing that out. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was saying it.
Let's get you home, Agent.
Maybe this last one. Singular. Yeah, let's get out of here. Oh yeah, give me an invite once I'm adding the micro. Anyway, we got the full 158. Another that was about authentic person. VS pretty much conclude the same thing as okay, but it's meaningless and always go first to guess. Although well, it depends on
Area entered.
which one it is, because also I wouldn't say just burst DPS. I don't agree. There's a few that like I don't know, like many. Guessing it's Dodd. Like,
You have received an invite to another
talking
agent's
about.
group.
But Dodd isn't per se retired. Hopefully they'll be back. But also yeah, unless I don't agree with Dodd either for just burst DPS. Sustain matters, damage per mag matters, bunch of other factors matter. Oh yeah, just get her in. I'm curious. Here. Because I'm not going to inspect first. I want to see first the time. Right? Like 7. Negotiator. Okay, I mean, yeah, negotiator can cut this down by a bit. But that's also still not like the way to go. Because a negotiator can get like pretty low here. Because it is the perfect opportunity for it, of course. Just checking that that's heroic. But so this is your point? Negotiator works good in groups? Like, yeah, that's yes. But that's also still. I would love to see you get, because what did you claim? 4. Get a 4, even of high 4 on this with that. Where was that your last time with the 5.3? What's that? This is a single target. Oh, it took a while after that. But yeah, with this scaling, you'll get into thingy. But also just record it solo and just put the footage on Discord. Like, especially here, yeah, when I'm here, your scaling goes up. So now you have to likely hit the reload there. But also this is the thing, like this is the point that I'm making, like lose this and you do more damage. Like that's the point again that I'm making. Like why do you have the backpack here? Right? Like even if you wanted to make just the from a damage perspective, this is just a bad idea. This combination is really a bad idea. Make this build better? That, the backpack. Solo survivability, it really, no, it doesn't. Because take Bloodsucker there. That's like 1,000 times better than this backpack. Take Preservation instead of this second Strained here. Because you're already putting crit damage very high up there. This is not a good build. That is the starting point of that discussion. Don't chat out here. I'll catch up. Oh. Okay, yeah. We'll catch you. But then also, yeah, in the future, just grab some footage there. But also, yeah, the negotiator can, like, 4 seconds is going to be a one-time deal, maybe at best. But even trying to get it consistently would be asking too much. But a negotiator in group setting, of course, yeah, can get up there.
good to be safe.
But that doesn't per se make it better than Striker, because Striker also can do it on solo targets, but also that Umbra is like way worse than that. Wait, what was this? Thanks in climax. Yeah, so yeah, the Tempest indeed. Yeah, its talent is useless, but also it's not about the talent with the Tempest. Okay, what's that? Yeah. But yeah, that isn't per se retired. Hopefully they'll make it back and better than ever. But also, yeah, me and Dot very much disagree in just thinking in burst DPS. There is a reason why every calculation that I do also contains sustained DPS and also looks at like damage per mag and other factors. Like burst is one of the most important factors, but it's not the only important factor. But also, I do believe there is value to time to kill, just not so much for division. Like there is just too much stuff. There's a lot of other games where I also do the calculation in time to kill. You know, when we're doing it for like all the way back playing Black Ops 1 and stuff. Because yeah, for games like that, time to kill makes sense. Yeah, the thing is, you just don't use the talent. The base stat is Ouroboros, basically, style. You don't use the talent on the Tempest at all, if you don't need to. Its base stats are basically as high up there as a killer card 45. Yeah. Just forget it as a talent. Like, just don't get focused on the talent. That's the easy thing to do with that pistol. I'm just gonna never trigger that, and kind of like with
You are now a leader.
Oh,
Another agent is now in your group.
kind of like with Ouroboros. It's just like, hey, we got the Ouroboros talent once in our lives, and then we move on. And we go like, hey, remember that time we got an Ouroboros trigger? Yeah. You for DOA? Oh, actually, oh no, this is okay. Did you still have that capital? Because then let's go to capital. Because otherwise, I'm not gonna take it. Yeah, but let's go to capital then. It's a little bit of a longer one, but we can take that. It's no longer invaded, of course. Yeah, let's get to that. Oh, yeah, if anybody else has capital and wants to join us, feel free to say so. Otherwise, we'll start matchmaker there in a second. Let me get you up here because yeah, kind of there's in a bunch of stuff there.
Hostile control point identified.
Pistol tech tank, yeah. Yeah, already in the PTS ran it a lot with that and had a lot of fun with that. Let's at least take. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because the Fog of War and Ragers is kind of fine, and I'm here to make ammo hoarders not be ammo hoarders. All right, let's get started here. Let's do the start part here.
Taking the capital will deal a huge blow to the troops.
Am I showing you a video?
Priority.
Is that
Get back the
is
briefcase
that right here?
President Ellis was carrying aboard Air Force
No,
One.
but
Tell them to wait for a
the gold
helicopter
one.
To extract it as soon as you secure it. If what Ellis told us is true, a lot depends on getting that case to him.
This one.
We'll have civilian assistance to get you through the perimeter, but you'll be on your own once you're inside.
This is one of the best skins I feel in the game. The season 1 one. Because yeah, most of the other guns in that don't have a skin. Oh yeah, the MG5 has this skin, but it's kind of basic.
The smoke screen will cover you most of the way, but move
Gaudy as fuck. I mean, that's why it's the best skin. It has gold on it and stuff.
nobody comes up behind you.
I'm seeing mortars
It's
on the
so
roof.
bad,
Got
it's
a lot
good.
of hostiles ahead. But it looks like the smoke's working. The autocannon seems to be firing blind.
Did I miss something here? There we go. Oh, yes. Instant is pretty good. That's also actually above. Even we're kind of discussing that, you know, even beyond TTK from, you know, TTK or DPS or any of that. There's actually other metrics that also matter, even beyond those. And that's completion time. Like, actually, the true king of what we compare things with is completion time. And that's also why, yeah, something like you know, something like Headhunter has pretty good completion times. And then also, for instance, with when it comes to sure, let's match break here. When it comes to yeah, Headhunters and stuff, or you know, some other tactics as well, like for instance, oxying some stuff. Because for instance, yeah, with the Regulus, the headshot explosion and stuff, you can do, you know, DPS timings with it and stuff, or you're like that. But yeah, it's much more about completion time. Yeah. Keep reloading. I should just not. Oh yeah, actually, so this is one of those sneaky things we can do. Totally forgot. But yeah, this is just this season or in Summit. Whenever I reload and then kind of, so if I do this, if I swap, if I reload, so for instance, well, I don't think it'd be enough to reload. If I reload and I weapon swap, because of ammo hoarders, that weapon is empty now. So that when I open the door here and then pull it out, we're going into reload right away. This actually, I feel, maybe needs to be changed now with Frenzy becoming a lot more popular because of Tinkerer. Because yeah, I can even without pre-firing it, with just ammo hoarders, we can make that happen.
That was the last of them. You should have a clear approach to the entrance.
It's time to get in there and finish this.
Well, oh yeah, that kind of goes like that. Nowadays as well, even on like Legendary, I quite often don't run chest strikers anymore. If we're doing it with a team of us, basically. Because it just, yeah, they're actually dying too fast. But if I'm with, you know, like lesser players, a chest striker is just very good. So here again, I'm gonna hit reload, swap weapon. That weapon is now prepped. So that's actually a little bit of a cheating. Well, actually, it's more akin to cheating. This one goes a little bit too far. I mean, although it's kind of just base mechanics, right? We're just, that is the way that ammo hoarders work. The second you start to reload, you lose the entire mag.
Loud and clear. Standing by.
This was always a thing with Frenzy. That's actually a thing that we kind of care about.
Understood. They'll need to be clear before the helo can approach.
System restored.
And now with this, kind of actually works out with the Frenzy timers there. Rather heavy.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Guess I'm solo.
General, the division most likely has the briefcase.
They'll try to evac it. Do what you can do to delay them.
Sir, yes, sir. We're on it. We're on station outside small arms range. Good visual on the capital.
Yeah, let me catch up here. Hey. I do need ammo. Oh, no, actually, no. Yeah, we're in ammo. Of course. That's the... There, hit reload. Remove. Not back. Oh, I reloaded too far. I actually completed my reload. Oh yeah, and here is a little bit overkill maybe. Although each time we are dropping a full mag. Rogue agents detected. Huh? I can actually reach the end of my mag by itself. Any? Delay worse than on Twitch. Haven't paid too much attention to it ever. I think YouTube by itself is usually a little bit longer of a delay. But yeah. But both of them are not like too bad in any case. Modern stream delays are at least like always pretty good. I should have actually gone the upstairs strat. Yeah, let me get up here.
Fuck the division.
Do I still work? Oh. I wonder where they went. That's about the issue. Wait, what's your issue? Shred sniper. Oh yeah, it's like both of the exotics are pretty OP. We'll have to see what happens there in the end. No, they're still there. Yeah. Are they not showing up for you? For you, Tiny?
Copy that.
How much charger is this? We have to see if the final version is because yeah, it's interacting likely in an unintentional way with Headhunter, especially, so.
Somebody else take some fire.
But we have to see if that is actually the final version as well. And also if that stays like that, because, you know, it wouldn't be the first time that something comes out and then later on it will get fixed.
When you're ready, set up a flare so we can get that briefcase somewhere safe.
What's that? Let me... Yeah... Oh, I got that too far. Yeah, the thing is, like, it doesn't per se matter too much for solo play and stuff because the Mantis could already do that anyway. It's much more the
Copy that. Those
the
anti-air
cap
defenders have
of
to
it
go.
being so high
The missile came from the east side
is a
of the
little bit
building.
much.
I'm seeing 2 radar trailers on the east front.
Must be guidance for the SAMs. Take them out by any means necessary so the helo can approach.
I mean, yeah, it's. I'll make sure that it's actually maybe refresh them once and stuff. Sometimes it goes a little bit wider of a gap.
Another agent has joined your group.
Let me catch up here.
Okay, I have eyes on you. You're coming up on those radar trailers.
See, I'm harders now. The thing is, next week, Pistolero. Oh. Next week, we'll be going to Pistolero. So. They'll have no choice in the matter. At least out of here. But this was always a thing. This was always with the ammo hoarders, just the interaction there. But yeah, it's a fun one to know. You can abuse it. It's not per se like heavy abuse anyway, because you could have also just emptied the gun. But here we're just not emptying the gun. Letting us go into frenzy a little bit more easily. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. No. That's not the pulse I thought I had. Yeah, with that and ammo hoarders, you can always just, you know, drop a mag and just get yourself frenzy a little bit more quickly. Yeah, it's fine. Did you done some comparison Scav versus Thinker? Just want to check the video. No, I didn't do much with Scabbard, with Centurion's Scabbard. Mostly because it was broken for like the longest of times. I need to kind of double back to it at some point. Maybe in the Tinkerer, but yeah, Centurion Scabbard usually is like around, on its damage end is like 12-13%, depending on build. And then, yeah, it's a little bit more than, for instance, Coyote. It can be more than Measured, for instance. Oh, I mean, that's indoor. They had it all there. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't have been as nonchalant about it. Assuming they were just going for the spawn camp and they were going to get it. Let's do that. Let's get back in the circle, because at the end of it as well, we do need to finish this timer. But they're going to disengage when they went for that.
Knock out the other one.
Randoms is always a weird. Although, well, here those other two randoms went there right away, which is just like, don't do that with randoms.
There's another launch.
I don't want my hive. Okay. That's a choice.
We're clear.
I'm just gonna go and sit in the circle. Mm. So, yeah. Likely included maybe with the OD one here coming out. Alongside of some other exotics. I do want to actually add a Centurion version for Striker actually to the recommended folder at some point. But yeah, mostly because when it kind of came out, it was so broken for so long. It just didn't get included into a bunch of things. Well, actually, when it came out, like with that season, I remember having a video on it. So definitely looked in there against some of the other exotics. You get to the end
Second
here.
trailer down.
Somebody on that side.
No further contact.
Oh, wait, was this guy a
Area
healer
secure.
and he went up there? Or did he swap to that? Oh, okay. I kind of see what's happening there.
The cargo hook is on its way down. Stand by to attach the briefcase. We have the
Okay.
briefcase.
Yeah, I'll try refreshing and stuff. It should show him.
You've got a whole bunch of
Keep in mind as well, sometimes you have to actually, like it has on the Twitch emotes thing, it has a few tabs. Because there's like, I remember one time as well going like, where's all my emotes? And then like it was on a different tab, which it was just showing like my most used ones or something like that, which was also like,
The briefcase is secure.
pretty sure I have never really used these ones.
General Ridgeway has been neutralized.
Which was
Of
interesting.
all the toys on my map I've been waiting to
You
knock
got no
over,
idea.
that fucker was the one. A lot of good people from my old unit are dead because of him. Some even went over to his side. Set up a flare from the front steps to signal the all clear. And come on home. Let's celebrate.
Either elite. I'll trust my teammates to get to the end here. I'm just gonna catch up here for a sec. Smaller mag not better with frenzy? No. I mean here, especially with dropping the mag. The thing is with the Mark 46, if I continuously fire it, we can actually have a continuous frenzy going. So if I just hold the button down, you know, we get to the end of the mag, and we get to frenzy. Once we get frenzy, the firing time on this with under 50 rounds is going to be around 6 to 7 seconds. So here I can like unload the full frenzy, and then in the reload, it's going to go to the next one. And then basically like this, we can chain frenzy. But also, of course, the damage and rate of fire of frenzy is based on the mag size. So you do want it to be a decent demand. But also, much more importantly, you want the firing times and stuff to kind of align well. Yeah. Even in the time they were there, they didn't do much. But that's understandable. Yeah. Let's see what I get here. That's title. Let's not. Although, well, I don't know. Do you have a DUA? I do have a DUA here. That's a good one. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you have DUA, yeah, like that. Hey, that works out then. Yeah, let's go to do DUA. That'll likely also be my last thing for the evening here. Also, if anybody else has DUA and wants to DUA with us, DUA wise, well then let's DUA it up. Destroy Big Mac relevance. Make any for LMGs that is not because yeah. Do you mean like maybe with the Huntsman or something? Because that's not how LMG magazines work. They're pouches. It's, you know, the only two LMGs that have that are the RPK and the L86 or the Huntsman. Whatever. And they're patriotic Plum child. I like the name. Welcome in. And I hope you had a good stream there. And yeah, welcome in with that read. You know what? Let's get you a shout out there. But yeah, thanks for raiding us there. And then also, yeah, hope you had a good stream. Guessing as well. A Division enjoyer, I'm guessing, or are you from other ways, other worlds? Downside as well with Capital always, it's always 18 at least, just because of that boss fight. Takes forever. Oh, the UA is more in the 14 range. Were you coming, Center? Or you just really enjoy that view? Yeah, Micro, if you want to join, feel free to. Do you have me on this account? Otherwise, what was your name again? Or just all's well. If you want to, you can send me a friend's request. Or maybe you already did. Let me check. No. Was it the same spelling as in the chat there? Oh, mini. Is there also a macro one? Okay.
Another agent has joined your group.
Something for teleport from myself. Okay. You're too lazy to go to the map. Oh yeah, let's actually take just the same again, right? Like, this doesn't matter. Let's not deal with those two. Let's just have our skills. Oh yeah, if anybody else wants to join us, let us know. Otherwise, we're gonna match make for the last batch just to have 4-man scaling.
Get in there and hunt them down. Every last one of them.
I'm not gonna try to cheese too many frenzies or anything. I'll take them when they come.
Another agent is
joining
now
as well.
in your group.
Double Banshee. All across the sky.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
And one guy that didn't get hit completely destroys me. Yours. that. Should I prep that a second before? I'm actually gonna use my secondary gun just to keep my primary set up correctly.
Vital signs critical.
Let's skip the other one. I'm gonna grab this. Okay, let's quickly do this one and then we'll end it there. Tomorrow I'll be able to likely jump on a little bit earlier. And then tomorrow especially, I want to get the spreadsheet kind of completely done for OD. And then if we get a chance, you know what, I'm actually gonna that's actually cheesy. Night as well. Oh yeah, I should have done that better than I did. Frenzy go burr. And it's basically I'm playing Golden Bullet while everybody else is
Power offline. Circuit breaker detected.
You know, not. That's a heavy. That's a rare spawn, actually. Heavy from that door. Usually it's a rusher. Should I actually save that through now? And actually, if I wasn't that set on messing around with OD, I would have actually gone for grabbing Eclipse here, of course. But yeah, I kind of want to put some hours on OD. And if somebody else can actually open the door, then I can reload. Because I keep like, yeah, everybody's waiting for me. But yeah, feel free to just open that. I want to actually reload and run through. I'm trying to get there. Yeah. And then we're gonna hold the button down. I don't care about my accuracy stats. But just to go directly into frenzy. Go directly into frenzy. Do not actually, yeah, do collect, you know, do pass go. Do pass start. Collect 200 RPM. Yeah, I'm not gonna. We'll just go normal way. Weapon swap early enough. Oh no, actually, the reload did not happen. Nice.
We're set up in the mall. They're not getting through here. Don't die, motherfucker. Not a chance.
And he said the line. It's gonna be that buffs. Being lazy. No, yeah, exactly. It's gonna go all the way up.
An agent needs assistance.
Sending out our seat.
You still there, sweetie? Hello? Fuck. Everybody get yourselves ready. This situation is serious.
When the key just out here. It's the only one. Really want? Yeah. I mean, most of the time it's also broken anyway. It's so often shows. Oh, what do you grab this? It so often shows 0% accuracy anyway on everybody. So. Yeah, just bullets with a timer. There already. But yeah, I indeed never care about accuracy. Although sometimes I do. Sometimes, you know, sometimes I'm going for accuracy, but this is not. Today is not that day. Somebody else can open the door for me in a second, actually, so I can zoom through and load. Thank you. And then there they do that animation first.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Diesel, what's going on down there? Diesel, are you dead too, you inbred son of a bitch?
Yeah.
Everybody get to the arena, now!
Yeah, everybody get to the arena. Oh, did they mean us? We weren't invited? Okay. Let's indeed have everybody
Airborne toxins
get to
at
the
unsafe
arena.
levels. Filters failing. Air filter function restored. Air quality acceptable.
Still get disoriented. It's from a different source.
Airborne toxins at unsafe levels. Filters failing.
Listen up. We got devils in our house and they mean to kill us all. Stand and fight. You hear me? Stand and fight.
Somebody here? Indeed. That's especially nice as well. For instance, here we're still, because we're keeping SATA, so we're keeping
Serious
our
trauma detected.
that thing exploded.
Agent out of action.
There we go.
Taking out the
That's a
hyena
pretty quick
leadership
one.
leaves the faction in disarray.
And there you
How's
got
that
even
team
2
start securing the
exotics.
supplies
'Cause
and the
a
equipment
random
those
drop.
bastards were hoarding. And now little Dessa know. The
Random
theater
Dark
settlement will be
City.
able to rest a little easier now.
Do mind if I do? And I one from the priority. So double exotic. Sorry, after match. Yeah, that was actually pretty. You know, we blew through that. That was nice.
An agent has left your group.
Yeah. We'll allow that. The auto mod grabbed you there, maneuver. But yeah, it didn't like the word inbred. So. But we'll allow that. And is indeed. Well, I think it's actually one of Xander's favorite 9 as well. Actually, yeah, what was our time there? Sub 12 even? Yeah, we got well, actually, how did I still get top damage? Well, frenzy is the answer. But yeah, let's go get. I'm just gonna go get cleaned up and actually round it out here. So, because I don't want to make it too late. I might actually still hop into Div 1 real quick. And just while I'm just downloading and uploading the VOD and stuff, just quickly do the dailies before I crawl into bed.
Nice to see you, Agent.
No keepers, but we got a few more. Actually, yeah, what's my level now? 248. So I have this and then another page and then no, right? I'm in the next page. This is 30 and then 40 is the next page. Because also at some point I need to just open those for people that need some of the cash still. But yeah, thanks Xander for helping out today. And we'll leave you to it. I'm just gonna grab a priority objective before I log this character out, because actually it's a good idea to actually grab a priority objective before you log out, because well, we'll get the rerolls here. So yeah, if I needed a reroll, I could just empty all of these out. I'm actually gonna grab this, and we'll start with that tomorrow with Downtown East. 1 activity for an exotic. I don't mind those at all. Yeah, let me catch up here for 1 second. Oh yeah, thanks Tiny as well, and Freak for the help there. That was a nice, quick, clean run. The difference it makes when there's a lot of damage on the board and stuff just melts the way it should be. That's why builds matter. Oh, there was something in here. Yeah. Doesn't look like it. It's actually in the background already. Let me go and find somebody for us to raid in a minute on the Twitch end. We'll send everybody off. Let's have a peek over here. Let me actually quickly see. Although I think he's likely ending around the same time I am here. Let's quickly check.
I could technically run this viewing here.
No, let's write Sharky. We haven't done that in a while. I'm hoping they'll go for a bit. Still, although they might be finishing up, also they'll pay it forward. They'll raid somebody else. Let me catch up on the last ones here, and then we'll send everybody off to Sharky on the Twitch end. Otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna actually like. I'll do that off stream just so I can eat and stuff while I'm doing it, and then that'll be my relaxed time a little bit before bed. Oh, I'm just learning stretch caches for cosmetics. Nice. Yeah, it's a good idea to, if you don't need the items, to kind of save them up, open them with people that may need them. And okay, I mean that's not too much off, because the average is 48. On second account I got it by like, because I went back and kind of checked, actually it was also like 155 or something. When I got my last one, but on main account I was done by 40 already. So yeah. Although actually that's I'm perfectly happy and proud with that. But yeah, I know there's people in the 300s. Yeah, I'm not one of them. Although as well, to brag, I do of course also have second account where we have a further 80 or something. So it's still fine. Yeah, and as well, don't burn yourself out. It's not per se worth it. If you just need a Lexington or something, yeah, do make it to level 50, especially to get a Lexington plus a Tormal next season. If you make it to season level 50, you'll have one of a Lexington and a Tormal guaranteed. So just do that. And yeah, open them up, and here and there as well. For instance, in my case, I've gotten 2 Lexingtons and 2 Tormals already as well. So they are gettable. And as well, for this last week and stuff, that's also why I'm kind of jumping into some Div 1. Well, especially on the weekend, we'll jump into Div 1, actually, quite a bit. Tomorrow on Thursday, we'll jump into Div 2, just I want to kind of get set up for the OD build showcase, and then also kind of, yeah. Not that OD per se needs some playtime or anything, but just doing stuff like that. Just getting warmed up for a little bit for the OD build showcase will. Because yeah, I already have an OD build showcase, but now that Tinkerer has come in and OD has been improved by that, I want to redo it. That one is also pretty old. Like it's even pre-face cam. It's before IKEA had a face, I think. Or maybe just after. I should go back and look. I remember looking at it for some reason like not too long ago, but I don't actually remember now. But it's especially like, yeah, much worse presented than I can do nowadays and stuff. So, I'm not against grinding, but yeah, I wasn't too interested in too much grinding of this anyway. And with the session, yeah. Yeah, let's send everybody off. We'll send everybody off to Sharky, who's doing. Wait, weren't they doing Lincoln? This looks like title now, or maybe is this a Lincoln? No, am I just? No, this is title. Okay, they swapped to that apparently. But yeah, we'll send everybody off to there. If nothing else, they'll be going for a bit there anyway. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow evening, likely just the regular time. At most, I'll maybe start an hour early. We'll work on the spreadsheet needed for the OD build showcase, and run a bit more OD, and then likely at Thursday, if everything goes right, either worst case, I'll do it on Saturday, but Thursday, I want to actually record the OD build showcase kind of on stream, and yeah, we'll get some the way that the build showcases are usually, and with some gameplay and stuff. And that'll then go up for Saturday. And then Friday as well, I'll be missing as I'll be away at work the entirety of Friday. So that's also why I kind of want to get it done then. Then on Friday, I can kind of, in my like in-between times, and while I'm just sitting around doing nothing, edit it together and stuff. So let me catch up on some of these last ones. Let's see, I do. Yeah, I mean, well, I will be definitely in Division 1 on the weekends. But yeah, now everybody enjoy Sharky. I'll be back in a little bit. And as always, have a good night.